love paper like a fax machine. No rims on the whip, but I still keep it waxed and clean. The little armor roll on them tires to give it that gleam. I'm on my grown man shit, I ain't trying to be seen. Real hitters on they calm shit, know what I mean. You stacking paper, but your source of income ain't clean. So why the fuck would you show off bringing heat to yourself? You get bagged, you ask me, you defeated yourself. Had everybody in your business, from the bums to the bitches, to the snitches, to the cops, to the killers with the biscuits that'll trunk you for them digits. Or they might take it further, kidnap one of your kinfolk, pay up or it's a murder. All that, cause you wanna show people you all that. Me, I fall back, let it all stack. Closet full of clothes, shoes on all racks. Walking real light, I ain't got nothing to prove, I'm just enjoying my life. Fly out to Vegas, I'm enjoying my nights. And the days that I stayed, ain't gotta let nobody know that I'm paid. It's a hit and run game, you either get in or get out, or you'll be on your way to the grave or the big house. And either one is fun, you'll find out when you get there. Wishing you picked a better career, a better career. Neither one is fun, you'll find out when you get there. Wishing you picked a better career, a better career.
We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit.
Loose lips sink ships. When niggas start dropping knowledge, why you act like a bitch? You feeling tough? Swallow these pills, digest these gems. Chakra means wheels, the real spin is more than just rims. The first name of God in the Bible is Elohim, meaning these beings, we seeing reflections of them. You hear the mark of the beast, you hear that all the time. This is the mark of Yah, talk about that 999. Slice of ginger every day, B, it's good for your shine. When you charge up off that sun gazing, all the wicked go blind. The pale focus moon people, not the soul of design. That sensitivity, different soul, but everything's in the mind. Ether, water, fire, earth and air. 88 constellations, 64 squares. Know what you're living for, unlock the furious fire. Your hands tell on judgment day, are you done when you were alive? This is a expose. Are you fact or you fiction? Life is sacred and every action is your definition.
Listen, I suppress how I express when I smoke, cause most folk got depressed when I spoke. I expose the truth with proof in every choke. I cut the fat off the facts with acts I invoke. Every lyric revealing we the people need their healing. Putting power in political hands, but most concealing their weapons, their plans. Won't revolt the feeding land, but you'll vote for a man who stands on glass ceilings, or women who support the system in his talk and his plot to pick us off the planet with dog dealers. Damn it, you know they planned it. They underhanded, don't get caught in bought feelings. That's paid advertising, media making lies ring. Ears appear surviving, years of fears aligning. Tears in your eyes dividing. Got you fighting for your life or sacrifice for providing. The love is the vice you devised in. Reestablish human status, reviving. Conscious like Joey Badass, revising. Life-loving legacy is pleasantly surprising. In times when the honey is heavy in your mind, man, I take a toke and choke from my folk like Pac dropped the liquor for what he considered nigga. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished, that's my trigger. And I ain't a monkey on the run with a gun or a rich cracker nigga. I'm an outlaw RBG gorilla. Outlaw RBG gorilla. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. We expose the secret. When you hear it, peep it, or stay ignorant on that sheep shit. vision gift, seeing the deliverance from the ignorance, cognitive dissonance. The future I envision this. On and off the mic, I speak right like this is what the mission is. I know the wisdom biz and overstand like who know and bear that witnesses. I am the power refined, God man. Equity too high to equal the caveman. God's son, true builder of the land. Destroyer of the demons, I'm a poppin' where they stand. Word of biz, born exposing, oppose a plan. It's Deacon Benny, microphone Jones with a force hand. The next level cipher writer, spark the minds, I light the fire. Call me Mr. Mystifier, I'm used to gift to lift us higher. With the frequency that frequently fit, inspire. Elders and young thugs that do what they do, where they do what they dumb. They lazy, they think we dumb. We put the work in system that a system to be numb. Make them good Christians, but don't link them to where they from. So I write rhymes with them ancient guidelines. I fight crime sitting on the sidelines. But when they got the blind eyes, I just treat them like they dumb.
When knowledge get done, unified we're one. The race we run, before they shot them gun.
Do the knowledge.
When knowledge gets done, we won. The race we run, before they shot that gun and run.
To the knowledge.
One's not with me. Twist your loud, get your double shots of yak. Sit down, have a talk with me. I'm from an era where certain shit just couldn't fly. You tell another man, suck your dick, you might die. These new dudes got it confused, thinking it's a game. Until somebody hitting at they ass, bringing the pain. But that's the plan, they want us to kill ourselves. Our existence is up to us, no one else is responsible for raising our daughters and the queens and our sons and the kings. Teaching them everything about necessary tools we need to use for survival. It's way bigger than reading Qurans or the Bible. That's gonna go over the heads of many. Thick skin, homie, I got plenty. So I'll be ready for the backlash and slander coming from my own people. It's sad to say, but we'll never equal our full potential as long as we following what they teach us. Telling lies, all in 8 books, it never reach us. At least us, the ones with some knowledge of self. But trying to wake my people up is a struggle with self. Instead of begging for a seat at their table, let's build one. As soon as they try to violate, let's kill one. That's where my heart at. A couple hundred years of the same treatment gave us Obama, so we think we even. I ain't believing none of this bullshit them puppeteers speaking, telling us lies each and every weekend. Banana in the tailpipe tactics. To tell the truth, I feel we moving backwards. We got a lot of actors playing the part, but it ain't in their heart, so what's it worth? Got brothers dressing up like chicks toting the purse. Everybody capitalizing off us. We ain't too far from giving up our seat on the back of the bus.
When knowledge get done, unified we're one. The race we run, before they shot that gun.
The knowledge.
When knowledge gets done, unified we won. The race we run, before they shot that gun and run.
To the knowledge. You know what it is, son, the great GR8, the Hardcorrespondent. This is the Hardcorrespondent Podcast. We kind of, second week, I guess it's the second week in a new spot. You know what I'm saying? We still rebuilding, you know what I mean? We're going to see more things on the wall, but you know what it is, man. Oh, man, I was going to go over the proper principles today, and we was going to deal with the hip-hop Jones. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Server for breaking me off with that. Excuse me. But we're going to get into that. Maybe we get another break. I'm going to run down and go get that, John. It's in the whip. Maybe my assistant can go do that for me. You know what I mean? We get to it. But, it's always a pleasure to be here with y'all. And it's always, an opportunity for y'all to gain some information, to know what you need to know, and then to go out and apply that, that we give, because this is a solution-based orientated show. We might talk about some of the problems and ills going on, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. What we really want to talk about is how do we get through this? How do we get out of this? How do we get liberated from the colonizer mind? It's always about that. We build Liberation Alliance Connected Knowledge. That's what black mean to me. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. But, in the 10 elements of
how things in human development is. One of those things, and I say 10 because it's 9 before, but I say 10. The 10th thing was the health aspect. And see, if your health is not correct, if your health is not doing what it needs to do, then the other 9 don't really mean nothing, because you're not going to be here to handle that shit anyhow. So, you know what I mean? Again, we're here this evening for I believe it is the 3rd edition with the God, Dr. Enqi. You know what I mean? Doing what he do, speaking how he speak, telling y'all about what he's been going through, and giving his information so that you too can be healthy. You can be healthy. Before we get to that, shout out to my sponsors as always. Irie Fronto. Shout out to Rebel Vision. It's good. And a shout out to Tele Beauty in Snellville. Look her up. You need your locks done. You need your hair done, whatever it may be. When it comes to the hair care aspect, Tele Beauty always reps. You in Philadelphia? Go look up Congo Blue. That's Congo with a K. Congo Blue, BLU. You mean she gonna take care of your scalp, take care of your hair, all that. Always a sponsor, always here. Shout out to who else? Bottega Boys. Bottega Boys, ATL, that's us. But shout out to Bottega Boys. They always been sponsoring. They're always with it. And we got a little pool party or something going on later on. You know what I'm saying? For the people who want to get they relax and they chill on. I believe it's July 2nd. You know what I mean? I'll be posting that on my book and on my Instagram. So check that out. Let me get into where we're going to be soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be rocking that Free Siddiqui John this Saturday. But after that, the Avengers, my brothers, we going to be at Centennial Park, 7 p.m. at the Independent Music Stage. And we rocking out for an hour, y'all. An hour. We giving you new stuff. We giving you some old stuff. But we're going to give you a powerful show, powerful lyrics. And is, you know, if you listen and you paying attention, it just might change your life. Salute, like my brother Malik Kalam say. What's good, my brother Dr. Enqi in the building. In the building for the building. Yeah, man. Yo, you almost more busy than Knowledge Born Allah and myself put together. I see you in the kitchen, you know what I mean, chefing it up for the community. You know what I'm saying? I see you building with the people. I see you on mad interviews, you know what I'm saying, doing that and spreading that information that they need, but they don't even know they're ready for it yet, you know? And I set my mother your way. This is the best thing I can say about everything I'm saying about you. My mother has having heart issues and you mean things like that. And I said, you know what? You don't want to take this medicine. I'm going to send you to this brother right here. This brother right here, he going to have a better answer than I do. And even if he don't have the exact answer, he going to lead you in the correct way. But I sent my mother, because I entrust my mother's life into your hands. You know what I'm saying? And I just appreciate the work that you're doing in the community. Now, for those who don't know the work he's doing, we're going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Y'all better be paying attention, because he could save your life. You know what I'm saying? Melanin versus diabetes, you know what I'm saying? And he's knocking diabetes in the face. You know what I'm saying? Diabetes don't want it with the God. Don't want it with the God. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So what's the deal, my brother? What do you mean? How have you been? What's going on? Speak to the gods.
Hey, man, just trying to, trying to get this work done for the 10th. The summit is going to be it's going to be crazy.
I got to make a little correction here. I see you doing, and trying is failing and dying, and you living and bringing life. So you doing, getting it done. I cannot accept you saying you trying on this show. You is doing. You know what I'm saying? And so keep doing and getting it done, God.
Yeah. I'm definitely working hard to make sure that everything worked the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got a couple of different logs to put in the fire, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some financial sponsoring, and then if that happens, we'll be able to like go to some local schools and churches and really get people that may not have, you know, a couple extra dollars, right? Because, you know, there's people who still dealing with, you know, a serious economic downturn, you know, and then to combine that with, you know, Joe Biden, with his, you know, his views on inflation.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold on. Joe Biden said, we're going through a tough transition right now. So it's good that we have these high gas prices and high grocery prices and all that. Like, I said, oh man.
Yeah. You know, somebody gonna, you know what I mean? I'll put it this way. Somebody want to make Camilla the president. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna say about that. Well, since you talked about the finances real quick, why don't you, before we even get started right now early, shout out your Cash App, shout out, you mean how people can reach out and donate to the cause. If you've seen the other two spots when he was on, you know that he know what he's talking about, and he a great brother. So go ahead and give him that information real quick.
Yep, you can put something in the melanin jar at $ Minister Enqi, ENQI. Minister ENQI. Yeah, you could definitely put some money in the melanin jar. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we want to be able to do it big. At least, you know, in my mind, that's what doing the big is.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to be able to get you know, go to some of the maybe bring a couple of schools in, or just, you know, get in the hood and try to get some, you know. So we still working on some financial sponsors in terms, but big sponsors, like, you know, I definitely need the 5s, the 10s, the 20s, the 50s, even the people that's, you know, send $2 and $1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They be sending it, and I think they be sending it like trying to play me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I appreciate the 1s and 5s. You know,
they said, look, they even the Cash App, my Cash App on the bottom of the screen. Everybody, you'll see.
I got 5 children. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not keeping your change. Like, I'm not in that space in the supermarket. Like, I get all my change when I buy something.
Right.
So yeah, everything to me is meaningful. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the way life works, you never know which dollar was more impactful. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody send you $5 at the right moment. Is that shit? That might mean everything right there. You know,
right there. Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate them all. But, you know, Biden is just a wild boy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that'll be a boost, you know what I'm saying, for some, you know, if we can get a nice size sponsor to come in, we'll be able to like make it free for the community.
Did you hear that? He's talking about getting sponsorship to make it free for the community. You know what I'm saying? This is the element of a healer. This is the element of a person who needs to be supported. You know, he's not just out here like, yo, give me your money or what, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get rich. I'm gonna go get me this Bentley. Nah, he's taking the finances to make sure that the healing occurs in the neighborhoods around the globe. You know what I mean? Starting here in America.
Also, you know, I kind of had, you know, a lot of them things already. Anyway.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff that I think we see, especially via social media now, is people growing up. You know what I'm saying? So we you know, our most embarrassing moments are on video. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, people trying to mature is just tough when you're maturing late. You know what I'm saying? You might be in your 40s or 50s doing things that you should have did at 18 or 25, even getting it out of your system.
And we got a lot of that right now. You know what I mean? For the cats who's following these other people, these younger artists telling you to do all kind of debauchery, and foolishness, you see they're going to jail or they're getting killed. I mean,
I think we at a turning point though.
Yeah, we definitely is. Shout out to my Avenger crew. My Avenger crew is about to turn the doorknob, kick the wall in, and make that happen. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the music and the proper propaganda. So I got to give them a shout out for that. But definitely people are seeing where they're at in life and recognizing, oh, wait a minute, I'm not as privileged as I thought I was. Younger folk too, you know what I'm saying? They getting it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's what we've been telling them. You know what I mean? Look, I've been here 40 plus years. You gonna run into a point in time where you gonna have to let that privilege shit go, because it ain't really real. It ain't really real, even for the crackers. It ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it is. So you hit me with a question last time, and we don't really talk about current events and shit, because it's all a cycle as far as I'm concerned. You know what's gonna happen if you knew what happened in the past, so you know where it's leading. However, I do want to get your perspective on the young thugger situation. You know what I'm saying? And being a brother who been in the streets, know the streets. You know what I'm saying? Where's your mind state at when it comes to that? Before we get into the health.
I mean, that is the health, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, some days I'm more for than against. Some days I'm more against than for. You know what I'm saying? So you might catch me on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm like, man, lock all them niggas up.
Right.
You know, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'm like, we gotta work without you.
I feel you. I mean, if they're workable and they want to be worked with, I get it. You know what I'm saying? When they out here killing each other.
Yeah, see that I was about to say the problem is the way it's a human problem. You know what I'm saying? It's not like black, white, or it's, you know, especially with men, you know, because testosterone, it does a lot of good things in your body, but it does not increase your intelligence always.
Right.
You know, and you know, sometimes we got to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things I run into, you know, like in health, you know, and even if people are listening to this that might want to become, you know, no matter what kind of practitioner, nurse, doctor, holistic healer, herbalist, trainer, whatever.
Trainers.
People aren't gonna, like, they're gonna need to run up against a brick wall. Like, people not gonna come see you when they got, you know, when they feel sluggish or when they have a slight pain. They're gonna wait till they got stage 4 cancer and the doctor is saying no more medicine. There's nothing else we can do for you. That's
right.
That's when people come to see you. When they got, you know, they've been on diabetes medication for 10 years, 15 years, and now, you know, they got a cut that won't heal, you know, and it look like gangrene is setting in already, or like,
yeah,
like people come to see you in those type of dire, you know, situations because of, you know, just the way we learn. A lot of times we're not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a thing, internal thing where we're not comfortable with handouts. Most uncomfortable handout, even if it's a hand up, you know what I'm saying? Because a handout could be a hand up, but you know, we just uncomfortable. So we're not comfortable even accepting wisdom from other people's experiences. We don't even want to accept other people's experiences. That's how uncomfortable we are with handouts. You know what I'm saying? So even if we got somebody like, yo, I just went through that. I'm trying to tell you, when you go to A, the next thing is going to happen is B, and then C, and then boom, and then all of a sudden you're going to be at Z, and you're going to be like, yo, why didn't anybody tell me about this? And I'm telling you this right now, and you still somehow go, you do it anyway. You still go do the thing, whatever that is anyway. And then after being knuckleheads ourselves, we look at the next generation and be like, yo, why are they knuckleheads? You know,
right.
The answer is, why was we knuckleheads? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason. Like, we don't want to accept, that, so we got to learn, in order to learn how to share, we got to learn how to be shared with.
What's funny is my brother Spread Love talks about this often. He said white people, one of the ways that they get ahead is they looking at something and they need to start some business or whatever. They go to their people and be like, I need 10 G's real quick to start this. I'm gonna break you off in 6 months. What's good? And they don't have a problem asking their mans for that. And their mans don't have a problem giving it to them. You know what I'm saying?
They don't have a problem sharing or being shared with.
Yeah, they don't. And so it puts them at a different perspective than what we at, where
it's an economic thing. It's a poverty thing. When you come from poverty situations, you think different.
Yeah.
So it's like even with your children, your children could damn near blackmail you. It depends on how you raise your children. I know how you get down, so not you, but people in general.
Right.
Like if they child say they not eating, like if they try to get their children to eat some vegetables or eat a healthier meal, and their children be like, I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
The parents fold under pressure, like, oh, okay, well, let's just get McDonald's or let's just have the Chinese food, or like,
what do you want? What do you mean? What do you want?
It's like, all right, cool. Put that. All right, just leave that right there. I'll finish yours when I eat my. I'll knock that off in a minute. Leave that plate right there. All right, well, what I'm gonna eat? Nothing. You go in the bed. Your plate right there. That's what's on the menu.
Right,
so
right.
Your free will is your ability to choose to partake or not. That's where your free will come in. See that?
Right.
My free will going to determine what's on the menu. Your free will going to decide whether you participate or not. But there's no, it's not a third or fourth thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. I know that knucklehead aspect, because I was a knucklehead too, but there was always in the back of my mind the discipline that my father and my mother put in me and said, hey man, you're gonna have to pay for those actions you're doing right now. So you can go ahead and act up if you want, but in the end, there's gonna be a payment that is a necessity to come through. And as I learned about the universe, you know what I'm saying, and how it works, you ain't getting nothing without giving something. You know what I'm saying? But when you get what the universe has for you, man, it can't nothing compare to that. And so it leads me into the aspect of health. And I did have another question. Have you been in touch with Kamal Siddiqui or with Matulu Shakur or Mumia? All of them are having health issues right now, and a lot of that is diabetes. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody even reached out to you to even have that conversation with you?
I was about to say, people ask me that all the time, like, "Yo, Enqi, my homeboy such and such, or this artist, or this celebrity, or this, this teacher, this person, you know what I'm saying? They got this issue or the other," and I'm like, I can't, the people gotta reach out to me to make,
right.
But I'm always, I'm out here, so I always make myself available.
Well, listen, everybody who's talking about free Mumia, free Matulu, free Kamal, you know what I'm saying, while they're still in captivity, make sure you reach out to Dr. Enqi so he can get in there and assist them with their life so they can keep the freedom fight and the fight for liberation up until we can get them out of there. You understand? To keep their life, they fight for their life up so they can fight for your liberation till we get them liberated. Reach out. Outside of that, all the rest of that, what is you talking right now? You know what I'm saying? What is you talking? You feel bad? Come on, man. Stop feeling bad. Let's do the better thing. You know what I'm saying? And holler. Put whatever you think to the side and get in touch with the God right here. So, you know what I mean? He can work the wizardry from the source, you know what I'm saying, and make the magic work. You know what I'm saying? I know those are words that y'all scared of, but you got to understand what the wisdom, he's going to work from the source of it all to make the magi and the mechanics of the body work properly and they can heal themselves. Let's get to it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be bullshitting, we trying to free him, but you ain't reaching out to the God to get him healthy. Then when he get out, he die. You know what I'm saying? Get him healthy and he can get out and live his life. You know what I mean? So that brings me to, I heard about this 40-day fast, fruit fast. Ooh-wee. I really need some of that. I really, really, really do. And I know there's people out of here who need some of that. So can you get into that a little bit, what it entails and what they got to do to get in touch with you to participate in this?
Okay, dope. So basically, we talked about the article, but the article was based on a collection of, data from me doing the 40-day fruit fast for about 10 years straight, almost maybe 9 years. And, just, sorting the data and, making some crazy discoveries. And, one thing has led to another. And like just even what I know now, you know what I'm saying, it's scary because in my mind, I'm like, yo, I really am a single dad with a deadbeat, you know what I'm saying? Children's mom and these little ones. And like, I'm like, it's just scary to me what I've been able to, discover and recover and reassemble. You know what I'm saying? Like without, like just really on a super shoestring budget, like by myself, army of one style. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it's really insane. You know what I'm saying? And so just looking at that in and of itself. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna say so. How can they participate in it? And what does it entail? What does it take to do that? You know what I'm saying? You really only eating fruit for 40 days?
Well, that's why I was getting ready to go. So, because of the fact that the article, the summit and everything that's going on right now is based around, the whole idea was just to create a victory lap, and so that everybody could kind of participate and as much as people as possible, but make it very simple so that you get. You just make it easier for people to participate. So normally with the fast, like it's in my book, Eat Right for Your Appetite, there's a specific kind of don't eat these foods, beginner's version. Then there's like, okay, this is the full on, here's the diet, eat this from this menu. Here's supplementation and but this go round is just a matter of like 4 pillars, which are largely a part of the metabolic and diabetic protocol, like the core pillars, which is the 13-7 rule, morning light, 60-60, and high levels of vitamin D and vitamin K. Those are like our 4 baselines. So that's all we're looking for 40 days. You know what I'm saying? So far, either everybody's lying or everybody's doing well, but it's easy. Right. But the vitamin D and the vitamin K, basically control your body's metabolic switch. So, in the colder months, your body has a setting. In the warmer months, your body has a setting. And so that's controlled largely by vitamin D and to a lesser effect, vitamin K. So when you're in the colder months, the setting is to store sugar, which means to store fat. To get bigger. So this is why you have a lot of people that they've never really felt what it feels like to be in their body in the summertime, because biologically they've been in the wintertime for the last 10, 20 years or 30 years.
Right.
They've been running on low levels of vitamin K and low levels of vitamin D. And then combine that with low levels of fiber usually, so their body is just stuck in a sugar being pushed by cortisol into fat. It keeps you with low levels of circulating testosterone, vitamin D. Then, once you start going down metabolic syndrome road, you're probably going to be put on blood thinners, to help the blood pressure maybe. And the problem with blood thinners is they usually have a little warning that says like avoid vitamin K or avoid green vegetables. And so then that becomes problematic. So that the blood thinner may or may not help you with whatever the condition is. But the fact that you have to now avoid green vegetables to an extent, or avoid, altogether getting vitamin K in, you're going to have like bleed of calcium into the soft tissues. And then that's going to make your blood pressure shoot up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to look like it's a part of the metabolic syndrome, but it's really your lack of vitamin K causing all that calcium to just kind of be out of space. And so there's a couple of little facets to it that, like I said, man, it's just crazy when you start unpacking all this stuff. But the vitamin D and vitamin K, when you have high levels, not 90 micrograms or 400, like we got to have a high circulating level, your body flips the switch into summertime, because in the summertime you're supposed to be out eating a lot of greens. If you're out eating a lot of greens, you're going to have high levels of vitamin D, high levels of vitamin K. So that's two spring and summertime markers, one from your food, that you got abundant vegetables now, greenery, and then the other one, obviously, you got abundant sunlight. So now your body goes from trying to store up fat to trying to build muscle. In order to do that, it has to shed fat. And so now your body starts to go in the direction that you like it. It starts to become more anabolic, or what people would call alkaline. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that would be when you put your body in an anabolic state. That comes from the baseline of having, higher than just, average baseline levels of vitamin K and vitamin D circulating. But
So the base aspect of getting your K and your D is coming from green vegetables and sunlight.
Well, hopefully that's, but people, I suggest that they supplement as well. Go out and get some vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. Not like K, also K2, you know what I'm saying? Because you got vitamin K1, K2, and K3. K2 is the one, that you want in most active form. Vitamin K1, your body has to convert, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't eat a lot of vegetables, chances are you don't have a lot of the gut flora that will convert your vitamin K at a high level to, your vitamin K1 at a high level to vitamin K2. So that takes a while to build up. You know what I'm saying? Your body populates largely from what the microbiome populates largely from what you eat. So if you're a person that doesn't eat a fiber-based diet or a pigment-based diet, you gotta grow, you gotta grow some of it. That's why on my website we got vegan probiotics.
Oh, right. What's the website so they know right now?
DrEnqi.com.
DrEnqi.com. Simple, y'all. You hear that? Simple. It's easy. You know what I mean? I be doing complicated shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even do it on purpose. It seems simple to me, but it's like, why you make it all complicated?
That's how. Trust me. That's how. Osiris, Kepler, Sangre. I used to be. I just had to.
Yeah.
It was like that.
And the wisdom in the mouth of babes.
Man, they just be looking at me sometimes like that.
Come on, you got to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
You at like a 12 right now, Dad. We need you at a 6.
Right. I tell people all the time, I start at 12, 13, 14. Y'all niggas are starting at 1, 2, and 3. I passed that shit. I don't even go there anymore. But I don't knock a person for doing that. Just stop asking me to come down where you at to get to, so you feel comfortable and make me feel uncomfortable in a lower vibration. I ain't doing that. High vibrations over here. I high vibe all day.
That's so true in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. They, it is what it is. I mean, you put in and I think a lot of the times it's because people don't want to put in the work that they got to put in, that our ancestors put in to make sure that they were strong enough to not just survive but succeed. In life, in the worst conditions ever. You know what I mean? Like the worst conditions. And
our ancestors was out there getting the hoses and the German shepherds sucked on them. You can't even get these niggas to send the cash out.
This is nothing but the truth. The truth. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I ain't supporting them. I mean, they might be charlatans. I mean, whatever, man. Listen. We here to help you live your life better. You don't want to live better? I'm of the mind state. Well, then go ahead and kill yourself. Get out of the way on some real. You know what I mean? Thanos was right. Snap the finger, get half of these cats out the way, watch everybody else get right. They're going to get right immediately. You know what I'm saying? Without passing go, no collecting $200. They're just going to handle their business because they don't want to be out.
So with that being said, what's your opinion on what's happening with Young Thug?
Well, being down here, I had been heard that he was doing the things he's being accused of right now. And because, talk about who's this punk dude with this dress on? And they was like, don't let the dress fool you. That shit is a gimmick, John. This nigga is a really, he's on that thug gangster, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, yeah, he gets busy. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of cats, they get busy from before him. You know what I mean? That I heard like, yo, they not the people to piss off. You know what I'm saying? Type of things. But he kept a conglomerate of young, I don't give up flying around him that would step up at 14, 13, 15 years old and put that work in. You know what I'm saying, for him, and especially as he became more popular and got a little bit more rich. You know what I'm saying? It was easy to throw 2 G's at a person and have them handle some business. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that this is a necessity. This, like, even he's a great role model, and I mean it by this. When people talk about role models, they automatically assume that the person's life is the greatest and you should follow that and that. But I'm saying
it's a positive example. A great role model could be a negative example.
Exactly. Like, you shouldn't want to do what this dude is doing anymore. You see the outcome that comes with it. I've been on this planet, you know what I'm saying, over 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And why would you not listen to the person who's been here longer than the person who hasn't? And we see a lot of these young cats losing their life and going to jail for doing the things that we've been known you don't do when you're in that world. You don't have this phone conversation. You don't do it. But they were just so, they ain't gonna do nothing to me, above themselves, that, that it is. So to me, the changing of the guard, this is a necessity in the changing of the guard, I should say. Because if you don't see the failure, you won't understand there's a different path for you to go. If you see them being what they consider successful, why would they listen to anybody who doesn't have as much as this person, but is living a full, plentiful life? So, you know what I mean?
I think that's that right there. Therein lies the problem, as they say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The bar which determines success. I've been saying this since before people ever heard of me. Like, when I was still in the dojo, so to speak, with Mfudishi and Azariah, those like my mentors early, you know what I'm saying? And Azariah was really the one that was like, encouraging me, like, yo, him and brother Kyle, Booker T. Coleman.
Okay, yeah.
They were the ones like, nah, brother, we think you really got something special. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and share this with the world. We think you got something special to, you know what I'm saying? Like talent scouts type, you know what I'm saying? Like Adam Sandler in Hustle.
Right.
Have y'all seen that? That's a new movie on Netflix. It's a basketball lovers movie. You know what I'm saying? And then if you're a basketball and Philadelphia culture person, then it's even, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a whole space where I don't know, man. My mind be all over the place. It always comes back to the children to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really comes down to. It's like all this comes back to what are we doing with our babies?
Right. You know what I mean? There's a responsibility and there's a accountability that needs to be taken care of. And one of the reasons why they don't have that responsibility or want to take accountability for their actions and don't understand why these things have happened is because we have not taught them proper, on what that means.
I get caught up in trying to philosophize it myself, and then I'm just like, my mind is just switched. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I might feel one way, then Thursday, because you got to look like, okay, it's cancerous right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what do we do? Are we like, how long do we try to heal these cancer cells and make them normal again before they just become too much of a risk factor to all of the other cells? And then we just got to cut them out and get rid of the tumor.
Right. Which, is the hard choice that has to be made. But they made a choice up until this point. And they chose to.
Kids can't even have a graduation. All the graduations get shot up.
Yeah, at a graduation.
They get shot up. Somebody, people getting stabbed and hit in the head with chairs at these events. Like, I'm like, bro, it's ugly when your kids can't, your kids can't be in elementary school. It's like I said, it's.
It is what it is at this point until it ain't that no more. But the work that's being put in is to push it to not be in that state of mind, not be in that insanity. You know what I mean? The insanity of being savage. I mean, excuse me. Let's not forget, for a 2-year period straight, savage was the thing to be. You know what I mean? Right before the drill music.
No. That hasn't stopped though. Savage is still the thing.
Yeah, what I'm saying is they had a literal song that they gave an award for and said this is the best song out in this genre, and they put
Savage
their queen. Yeah,
Savage is still the thing to be. Like Demon Time is still.
It's wild. Which is why we put out Butt Shots at the Devil and Pop His Demons.
And check this out. It started a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Where people didn't really notice it, but it started. I started to see it get crazy in New York. With the skulls and the skull and bones like coming back into play, where it was started to be, folks started to look like heavy metal, artists. I was like, okay, let's see where the skull and bones thing goes. And then, pretty soon it was Savage, and then it was Demon Time, and then I was like, okay. So
this is what happens. This is what happens to when they have the colonizer mind, because the skull and the bones are a very important part of your body. And if my recollection is correct, they kind of represent, Asar and the underworld, and I believe Legba, what I'm saying, in that aspect, because they're a necessity. No bones, no skull, you not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you can be, that's the centers where you tap into for brainwash and mind control. So, when you see folks start, and then along with that came the rise in the heroin, what I'm saying? And then you see in the conscious movement, they came in with the heroin into consciousness, but they like pigeonholed it, behind the mushrooms. So it was like, oh no, we doing mushrooms, but then pretty soon it was mushrooms, and then it was DMT talk, and then before you know it, it's pills. And Phil Valentine is saying that you can snort crack cocaine to activate your pineal gland. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit got crazy that quick.
Wait. I missed that one. I heard what you said, but I'd like you to repeat that again.
No, I'm just saying that it got crazy because you had like the skulls, and the skulls kind of just that's that brainwash, and then right with that came the rise in the drugs, the lean, the heroin, and then the conscious community. They came in, mushrooms, and before you know it, it was DMT, and then it was pineal gland talk, and Phil Valentine was promoting that you can activate the pineal gland with crack cocaine to the highest level. And that's the reason why the pharaohs had cocaine in their burial sites, because they were using crack cocaine to activate their pineal glands back in ancient Kemet.
Wow. That is a new one. Not that I have. I listen to Phil. I check him out. I heard him say something 15 years ago that ended up being right a couple of times. So I go by and check out that shit. But I ain't never heard that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to make sure it got heard again. You know what I'm saying? He said, I do not. But you did bring up
the OGs lost they done,
their integrity. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I would just say like how Dick Gregory, like there's a point where as you age, you just get looser with how you talk and say things. But when you cultivate a following and a certain level of intellectual respect, the people that follow you continue to look at you that way no matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it becomes important that the people that surround our elders, they should protect them by keeping them off of the video sometime. Like, they don't always need to. But what's happening is, the youth, instead of being creative, they leaning on the elders. So they need the elders around to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Where that's not the way it's supposed to go. The elders supposed to teach the babies, invest in the babies. And then when you come up, you supposed to now take care of the elders and get them out the way. You know what I'm saying? At least, if nothing else, take the mantle of whatever it is so you could teach, brand new, fresh, you know what I'm saying? You can tuck the elders, where they need to be. Like, because as they get older, that they're not going to be immune to the old folk syndrome.
Right.
And they're going to start, there's going to be a point where facts begin to bleed into mysticism and mysticism and some other things, you know what I'm saying?
Message.
It gets crazy. Before you know it, Phil Valentine is telling you that, crack cocaine.
Wow.
I'm like, what? And then I say something like, "Oh, Enqi, you attacking the elders." I'm like, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody has to draw the line, and we need this to happen so that way people tuck the elders away, man. Get them out of harm's way. Like,
right.
even have Phil saying them type of things like that. Like, come on, bro. You're supposed to edit shit like that before you just put that out like that. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
So, speaking of elders, you spoke about Hiawatha, and I think that's very interesting, because before I heard your breakdown of the Eye of Heru, or whatever you want to call it, which was extreme.
That was my trainer right there.
Right. Okay. He was the one.
That was my trainer right there. Like Mick, you know, the old, you know, Mick with Rocky.
Yeah.
That was my trainer right there. Like,
yeah. So, I mean, it made sense because he broke it down the best before I heard you break it down in simplest terms, like it's right in front of your face, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he gave a different description of it. So I was I don't even like using this term, curious.
I learned how to teach watching him.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
His approach to teaching was like, because I would see him do lectures, and sometimes people at the lecture get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because he would come in and he would tell you at the beginning of the class all that, you know, material that he had for the class.
Right.
But he would only go as far as your understanding, like the class. So if he got 20 things to go through, he's comfortable with just repeating the whole 2 hours or whatever, because, you know, he's not going past. Like, if you don't get it, he's not going to go nowhere. He's going to stay right here till you get this. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it would be people like, you know, that be in the class like, man, I wish he would have just went through the whole. But, you know, after questioning him, you know what I'm saying, learning I was like, okay, yeah, it makes way more sense. There's a difference between a teacher and a lecturer.
Right.
Right. A lecturer is a person that just speaks at you. It doesn't matter. You know, when a lecturer speaks, it's more about him than it is about you, right? It's about him being smarter than you are, or having a better vocabulary, or a better inner working of whatever, and running through the information. And then that's kind of like it. You just kind of get to see that the lecturer is a lot smarter than you. And then he's gone. Usually with a few of your dollars, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Next.
But with a teacher, he's there to make sure that you learn what it is that he's saying, so that by the time you leave the room, you know at least as much as he exposed you to that day. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the lecturer it doesn't matter whether you learn the info or not. he's out of here.
Check is in the mail.
Man, hey, next time we'll do Q&A, you know, just hit me up on my email with my Gmail and my ID, you know.
Right. I would have to say that I'm definitely at this stage, you mean, and I'm getting some of that old age thing, even though I don't claim that old age, but there was a point in time where I said, I'm just going to start saying things to people because I'm tired of trying to explain it to them. You know what I mean? Till they get the understanding when they choose not to understand. But if I do see somebody who wants to understand, that's the person that I deal with when it comes to teaching. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I got this. I'm on my John the Baptist. You don't have to listen to me, but you're going to have to come to me to get baptized. So pay attention or keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't suggest that for other people, especially a person with your amount of information, your knowledge, and your ability to express that to people, you know what I'm saying, in the way that you can, so that it gets broke down to them and they get it.
Well, before we keep going, I want to make sure I finish the because I'm getting text message. I don't know if I can hear my phone going on, but so the first thing is making sure people have their vitamin D and vitamin A levels up. The second part is the 13-7 rule. Basically, from the time you eat your last meal, there's no food for 13 hours. So it sounds more difficult than it is. You know, that's the easy part. The 7 is the hard part, or the harder part. But the 13-hour part is not that hard. If you eat, you know, comfortable meal or whatever the case may be. Like if you eat your last meal at 8, you can't eat again till 9 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So that's not that bad because, you know, you probably went to bed at like 10 or 11.
Right.
You didn't get up till 7, 8, whatever. So you only really got another 45 minutes to an hour to wait to start eating again. So it's not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't really get an appetite till like 11 or 12-ish anyway.
Yeah, right.
But the difficult part is, you know, coupling the 13 with the 7 because you only got a 7-hour space to eat all you can eat. Right. So that means you got to try to time it, you know, when you start eating, because like, let's go back to that example. If you eat your last meal at 8 p.m., you can't eat again until 9 a.m. So if you wake up though, and you start eating at 9, the 7-hour rule says you only got 7 hours to eat. So from 9, you got, you know, until 4 p.m.
Yeah.
to stop eating. So
Right.
at 4, you done ate your last, you know, so you gotta be mindful that, you know, if you start eating at 9 in the morning, you ain't gonna be able to eat after 4 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? You wanna, even though you wanna stop your eating, you know, 7, 8 o'clock at night, you kind of don't really want to start eating until like, you know, as close as you can get to 12. That way you can have, you know, a more comfortable kind of day. You know, you have like a nice little brunch, and then you should be good money from there. You know what I'm saying? You could, because if you're having really nutrient dense meals, you're not going to really be able to have a bunch of food anyway. You know what I'm saying? 2 meals tops, maybe 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm on top of my diet, it's 1 meal a day.
Yeah. I'm so used to that. Hey, how you doing all this work you doing? You only eat once. You got to eat more. Nah, I'm not hungry. I don't need that. I already got what I needed.
Yeah.
And I kind of wait till my stomach be like, yo.
Yeah, I might eat some other stuff, but it's just 1 meal a day. Like I might have a smoothie with that, but that's pretty much going to be it. You know what I'm saying?
So you have the 13, you have the 7, you have the K, you have the D. It was something else.
That's the one. The first rule is the K3 and I mean the D3 and K2. The second one is the 13 and 7 hour rules. Basically, your spacing for how you're going to eat. You know what I'm saying? Giving your body enough time to metabolize everything and then excrete, you know, get rid of everything, all your waste. Then you have morning light, which is our morning ritual. And that is going to help along with the 13-hour rule to clean out all of the body's sugar. You know what I'm saying? Basically. Because a lot of times we trying to figure out like it's $1 billion industry out there, you know what I'm saying, on fat loss. You know what I'm saying? And weight loss. But the whole trick to that is you can't lose no fat or no weight until you start, you know, you got to control your blood sugar first. That's what fat is. Fat is sugar inside. That's what fat cells hold, is sugar. Right. You know what I'm saying? So people that's fat is loaded of sugar. That's sugar that they carry. All that fatness is sugar. You know what I'm saying? They just a blob of sugar. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's what fat cells are. Blobs of sugar and phosphorus. So yeah, the first thing you got to do is deal with your blood sugar. And in order to do that, you know, you got to make sure that you clear out not just your blood sugar, but your glycogen stores. You know what I'm saying? Your glycogen stores and the fat that's inside your muscle cells. And, you know, so morning light is our morning ritual where we just basically take, you know, 60 seconds. That's lofty. The goal is to do 60 seconds, but just holding an isometric squat, you know, you're just holding a squat position. It's not like doing a bunch of squats. You're just going down to the level that is comfortable, but you know, some difficulty. Right. But we don't want anybody to hurt their knees or anything. And it's not required because the isometric part where you hold is where all the tension comes in. And so that combined with the 13-hour, I make sure, we get any, floating blood, it's, blood sugar and get the glycogen stores and shrink the lipids down. And, so that way you can really start pushing along with, the rest of your body towards a more anabolic state where you, your body just starts to want to focus on building muscle. And then the fourth component is the 60 and 60. The 60 and 60 is basically a bunch of, it's a bunch of different exercises. The exercises are not complex, but the whole system is to do them for 60 seconds every 60 minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So
as a trainer, that makes so much sense right now.
Yeah, 60 seconds of exercise every 60 minutes.
And that's why you're awake.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah, while you're awake the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So and then also post meals, we have walk or work. You know what I'm saying? So after you have a meal, you either got to do another 60 seconds of exercise or you got to take a little 15-minute walk. Whatever one is more convenient at the time.
Right.
But those little keys right there is how you with the vitamin D and the vitamin K put the body into summer gear. But then the other pieces is just maximizing it, helping the body to shed the sugar and speed up the metabolism. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of things will start happening, like women will start, having more orgasms. Men will start having harder penises.
Wow.
You notice little stuff like that. You wake up in the morning, your body will be sensitive. Like you wake up in the morning with the young morning wood.
Right.
For men out there, y'all may not know this, but there's three different gears. When you wake up in the morning,
yep.
Penis is soft and there's no morning wood, that's a problem. If that happening every day after day after day, you got some issues going on. You need to go to the doctor. But if you get morning wood and your morning wood disappear after you pee, then you at the second stage. You know what I'm saying? You still good. You still in there, but you ain't 100%. You know what I'm saying? The high school morning wood, even after you pee, you still got a few minutes of wood. Like you still,
yeah. You good with the wood, Anthony? You know what I mean?
Yeah, some days you had to beat that joke into submission. You know what I'm saying? So we work.
That's how I got 10 children, but
bruh, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where you want to be going back towards as men and women. Just that hypersensitivity. I'm about to say sensitivity, but hypersensitivity in your breast, and when you get excited, being able to have a hard clitoris, you know what I'm saying? So that way you get, you're very orgasmic, because it shouldn't take a woman more than a few minutes to have an orgasm. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Right.
There's something wrong with her if because the smaller your penis is, the faster you have an orgasm.
Wow.
Yeah, the smaller your penis is, the faster. You can do things, put your mind in certain places to but overall, you know what I'm saying? The smaller your penis is, the more sensitivity is going to be there. So with women having a micro penis, you know what I'm saying? Technically, they should, a few minutes, they should be there. You know what I'm saying? So. A lot of times the reason why it's, you gotta use a car battery on that thing is because it's not getting no fluid, so they're not really getting a full hard on. So their clitoris is soft. So that's where the problem is. But a woman being impotent doesn't stop sex. So it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People don't realize it. Whereas if your penis is soft, ain't no sex popping. You gotta do, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come up with some shit, or you gotta make it, you gotta just be like, listen, it ain't happening tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Popsicle sticks in the jaw.
Yeah, you know You know what I'm saying? But if her shit is not right, she get to blame it on you. Be like, she not coming because I'm wrong, you know. So the small means it should be more sensitive. She need to get where she going, or she need, you know, she gotta get some hydration, you know, some detox, maybe shit like that. But yeah, that goes both directions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's you know.
So we've addressed the 60 and 60. We've addressed the 13 and 7.
The vitamin D and the vitamin K and the morning light, which is waking up and holding the squat position before you even go to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you do when you roll out of bed, is hold that squat position. You try to get it for 60 seconds, but like I said, that's a lofty goal. You know what I'm saying? For most people. Yeah.
Stop being soft, y'all. Get your ass out there for 60 seconds. Ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? No, that's the trainer in me. You know what I'm saying? Try to hold the plank for 60 seconds.
People legs, their body be shaking, and
Right. The when it comes to the exercises that you were talking about, you know what I mean, in that 60 and 60, is it more core and lower body activation, or is it something that is both the arms and the legs in movement together?
Yeah, it's kind of like all the above. Everything is geared to progress you towards more isometrics, but no, we do a lot of movement. You know, it can be toe raises, calf raises. From a seated position, it could just be alternating, like holding one leg out straight. And like right now, I got my leg out straight. So once you get to about 15, 20 seconds, you start feeling, you know, your upper leg start burning. You know, depending on what muscles are stronger, you start, you know, all them hip connectors and hip flexors, and you may start feeling them at the bottom of your hips or at your lower abs, depending on, you know, because there's bleed between the upper legs and the lower ab, you know, the hip area, where you get a lot of muscle, you know, crossing and leveraging off one another. So, but then, you switch to the other leg, because a lot of times people will sit down and they watch TV, you know, that like my uncle Jojo, he was the first one to really like put that in my mind. He was like, and this is when I was a kid, so I kind of kept it in my mind from then. But he was like, you know, when you're watching TV, when the commercial comes, you should just try to do like 5 or 10 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot. You could do even 3, even. You know what I'm saying? But just add them up at the end of your, you know, watching your TV shows. Just, you know, just add them up. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, I was doing like a good number. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always.
That's the first thing I tell my children. It's the first thing I tell people. I don't know when I have time. I say, do you watch TV? Yeah. Is there commercials? Yeah. In between there, get down. Give me 10. Yeah. Every commercial, give me 10. You gonna see what that means.
Or even if you're watching shows, like now people watch seasons.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, every episode, you know, tell yourself at the beginning of the episode, you're gonna do, you know, whatever.
Right.
I'm saying you watch 5 episodes, you did 20 minutes of exercise per episode. You didn't even realize you did almost 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? You did an hour and 40 minutes of, you know, so like those little intervals. And then, you know, having so many different things to do myself with the children and this and that and the other. And then I got, you know, crazy people that harass me like, bruh, I got a stalker that is just at high level insane, threatening to kill herself all the time. And like, just, it gets crazy.
Wow.
So trying to manage all them things, like I just started doing these little cheat codes myself. You know what I'm saying? And once I seen the benefit, I was like, okay, this is an actual thing right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know if I'm in a certain situation, I know that other people, you know, can relate. So I'm like, okay, this 60, you got 60 seconds.
Yeah.
If you ain't got 60 seconds, you fooling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you at work, you at school, or you online sitting down watching, you know, me or some other goofball for 2, 3, 4 hours, or you watching the NBA for 3 hours. Like you got time, you just don't realize it. So just like I said, from a sit down position, like right now, I'm not, you know, you can't even tell whether I'm doing it or not, but my leg is out, you know what I'm saying? And then I do this one for 60, put this one down, switch and hold the other leg. That keeps your circulation going to the lower extremities. Very, very important, because it cuts after maybe 30 to 45 minutes of sitting down. You lose your blood flow to your lower body.
Yeah.
Saying it. So that starts to atrophy the muscles and the nerves and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why people have tiny legs, like, you know. So
Wow.
You know, you need that circulation, and those wind up being the main areas that we accumulate, you know, high levels of sugar.
I know people who have dealt with the blood clot situation, and traveling for them, the doctor has told them that every hour and a half, you got to get out of the car and get your legs moving and circulate. But while you're in there, you should be raising up on your toes while you're driving. Keep the circulation, keep it moving. You know what I mean? And it's really funny how people don't realize how important,
man, we do
extremities is.
Yeah, we do toe grabs too. Like one of the things we do is put one of the exercises is put your hands up, kind of forward and then up a little bit, like in a diagonal.
Yeah.
And then just grab. Just do like 100 grabs.
Wow.
And like I learned that from my sensei. That was like a jiu-jitsu exercise, because jiu-jitsu, you know, you grab in the gi and you know, a lot of that. So them grabs. But what was crazy about the grabs is it's one of those exercises that looks like it's not really an exercise. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
until you do it.
Like, what do? You just grab it? Like you just grab it? Like you're not tensing it up or nothing. You just grab it. I'm like, yeah, nigga, we just gonna do 100 of these.
Yeah.
By the time we get to like 20, 30, you'd be like, yo, let me put my arms down. Like, no, we just grab it. Like you just said, we just
right.
But,
right.
But so because you got, you know, it's weird how a lot of trainers and bodybuilders, they overlook the actual framework of the body, how the body is built. So when you're working out, there's like so much emphasis on the biceps, the triceps, the forearm. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3 muscles. That's why they named that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your delt 4. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the count. But you got more muscles in your hand than your whole arm. But you don't get a real emphasis on, you know, working out all those muscles in your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have more muscles in your feet than your legs. So you never get, you know, hey, you got to work out your feet and your toes. You got 29 muscles in your feet. You got in each foot, you got 27 muscles in each hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we do the grabs for the hand, and then we do it with our feet. You know how you curl your toes down and make a fist with your foot?
Yeah.
We do the same thing. Like we lay down on our back. So you know how you do the 6 inches?
Yeah.
Just raise your feet off the ground for the abs.
Yeah, I was raised on those.
Yeah. Okay, so you had a football family. That's how. Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
But it's while we got our feet raised, we just doing the toe grabs and try to get, you know, 60 seconds worth of that in. You know what I'm saying? But that becomes, you start to realize how fast, like how weak your all of those, how underdeveloped all those muscles in your foot really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you're a track person or you know, something like that, where you know your discipline forces you to provide, you know, more, you know, workout on your feet or whatever. But that's why a lot of the Jamaican runners have an advantage, because they spend so much time running barefoot. You know, like Usain Bolt, he used to run barefoot on the rocks and the glass and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it be down there in some of the islands. Even, you know, that's how the Bronx used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you don't know no better. You just live there. You know what I'm saying? So you do what you do. It's home. But, you know, after you play where it's rough like that, you just outside in that, you know, their feet muscles get developed to a high level. You know what I'm saying? Poverty has its gifts. You know what I'm saying? And so if they lucky to wind up in a sport where the feet muscles mean something, then it's over. You know what I'm saying? You got Usain Bolt. You know what I'm saying? There was probably, you know, when he was a kid, there was probably 100 kids that could beat him in a race. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he had the opportunity to take it to the next level, and then, you know, practice his talent is over. Talent, hard work beats talent until the talent starts working hard.
Right.
Over, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That's boy. Listen, you must have been in the great training sessions. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I do something called core enhancement performance training, and before we even pick up a weight, I need to see what you can do. I got 12 exercises that I need you to do, so I know where you're at. And by the time we get to 4, most people is like, oh, I got more. I'm like, yeah. You got 8 more, bro. Yeah, there's a couple of things I need to see what you can do.
Do a physical assessment before I start working you. So
every time.
I know what you're capable of, even what you might not think you're capable of, and then I know what, you know, like what weaknesses we need to work on before we start getting cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I don't even call them weaknesses. I said things we need to strengthen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even let them. I don't let them get to that point where they can accept
consciousness. Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a spiritual, a mental before it's physical. I mean, Danny Jacobs. I trained Danny Jacobs from the Bronx in 2014 when he won the WBA middleweight championship belt, and he had just come back from, you know what I mean, his back surgery, cancer in his back, blah blah. He's walking again. Came to me and I said, before we start, put your hands in the air. You done already won this fight. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands in the air and then get that mental picture. Now we're going to knock the snot bubbles out of this dude. Whoever you fighting, you knocking snot bubbles out of him. Literally, he did too. I was in the corner. I seen it. You know what I mean? Snot bubbles came out. But it's the mentality. It's the spirit that brought you into the gym, and then the mentality that is going to get you through this.
Devin Haney versus Tank Davis.
Mm.
Come on. Quick. You can't think about it.
I'm going with Tank.
Wow. Okay. Earl versus Terrence.
I don't know. I can't.
Come on. You can't think about it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a thinker. I'm Aquarius.
Spence versus Crawford. What you got?
Crawford.
That's easy money. Everybody going with Terrence. I'm going with Earl Spence just because.
Just because. It was hey, you know, sometimes I do that too. Sometimes I do that. You know, sometimes it's that way. But like when it comes to that boy Tank, that's a different dude. That's a different dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I got an appreciation of shorter people. You know what I'm saying? I've been 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" on a good day with some boots on all my life. You know what I'm saying? So
here's the real deal of a Devin Haney Tank Davis fight. Like the conversations they've been, you know, throwing around. Apparently, there was a couple of sparring sessions. One of the sparring sessions didn't go so well for Tank, and one didn't go so well for Devin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I think it comes down to is just what happens on the night of the fight.
Yeah.
If Devin is able to keep that jab looking like work that jab and just not do anything stupid like we just watched Romero do.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of exchanges where you could see like, okay, this nigga might fuck around, Tank. If you don't put this nigga to sleep, he might get you on the cards, buddy.
There was an exposure of a certain situation, and I agree.
The distance, you know what I'm saying? The jab, you know, Tank got to get around that jab. Even Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Like people comparing him to Tyson. The people that Tyson, you know, had tougher, you know, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, even Buster with tall guys with super long arms. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. If you can't get in, then you can't get to him and do the damage that you do.
yeah.
However, it's that one.
Oh, if he get there, it's gonna be an Anthony Joshua night.
Right.
The Spanish guy. Man.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
Spanish guy just, and it was, man.
Nothing he could do. He just ate that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I thought Anthony Joshua was invincible. Like
I didn't even think Anthony. I did not think Anthony could beat Deontay. I didn't think he could beat him, and I didn't think he could beat him because I didn't think he had enough heart to do it. You know what I'm saying? He got skills, but there's something about Wilder's. You mean his heart? He almost didn't give a good goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in here to do such and such, and I don't think Wilder lost those other fights. He might have lost a boxing match.
I think that, it's still some money in that fight, though.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't think the whatchamacallit won. I don't think either.
When they had the belts before Tyson Fury did all of this foolishness, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd like to see the fight, but I don't think
Joshua won. Payday, like Joshua versus Wilder, and
combine all them belts. I don't think. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they both took L's. You know what I'm saying? And from there, so I think like people still want to see that fight.
I don't really think this guy wants to fight Wilder anymore because I think he knows that he was knocked out and they cheated for him twice. He knows
that he was knocked out by somebody with less power than Wilder. He know if that was a Wilder hit, he might have woke up a week later.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean that's
cannot be in doubt. Wilder has the strongest punch since Tyson that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? He got that closest thing to the Mr. Sandman bag.
Yes. But his skills are lacking. He needs more skills and he needs less arrogance. You know what I'm saying? And if he had more skills with less arrogance, he would be a threat again. And it's still possible. But you know what I mean? They wanted to shut him down when he came in with the African garb and the African. Like, to me, a lot of that stuff is politics. It's 70% politics and then 30% skills. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with all sports. You know what I'm saying? A brother said to me one time, if you got $1 billion business, you don't leave that shit to chance. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not a chance situation. You know what's going to happen before it happens. You gotta direct it that way. And I thought about that for a second. And then I seen the Patriots win their first Super Bowl after they cheated the Raiders when I was a football fan. You know what I'm saying? They cheated the Raiders, and I heard Paul McCartney say, "Isn't it amazing how in the time of 9/11 the Patriots are now, you know what I mean, in the Super Bowl? And wouldn't it be amazing if they came back to win for the country?" And then he smirked about it. I was like, "Oh, they told you, huh?" You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I mean, you know, those are coincidences, you know.
Come on, you know there ain't no coincidences.
Matt Groening and them guys, you know, the Simpsons, you know, they have a lot of coincidences in their script.
Yeah. In the script, I want y'all to catch. He said, in the script. You heard the saying it's the script, right. So, yeah. It's amazing how this is what I love about having this convo. We can bounce around anywhere about anything, and it's still going to be relevant to gaining the plus degrees that you're going to get when the doctor, the good doctor, is on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what your next not big thing, but where are you leading the people to? Because the melanin versus diabetes is a very important situation. You know what I mean? But if anybody else has any questions outside of diabetes, where would you lead them to? What would you say to them?
It's always knowledge first, you know. So people ask me that all the time, like where to start. I said, ask them, do they have my book? That would be the first thing. Eat Right for Appetite. You know, like this would be the first stop. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even the free book. There's a free book called The Soul Craft Scroll. I wrote that a couple years ago, and it's doing numbers, but it's free. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? But you can email melaninversusdiabetes@gmail.com. Just ask for a free copy of that book. We'll send you one. Outside of that, what we're trying to do is, I mean, that's a good question. Where we leaving the people? Well, we got a few things. So again, going back to July 10th, with the summit, most people are used to a lecture kind of thing where they just come, hear some information, and get directed to buy products.
Right.
This is not that. You know, we have some things on the table. One of the things that we're looking to springboard from this event is the first, like a prototype of a holistic / medical kind of facility.
Oh, okay.
Where naturopaths and MDs kind of work together. You know what I'm saying? For the people. Legislation, you know, there's some things that bill wise we're trying to get passed, you know what I'm saying, in terms of people having better access to what we're terming very preventative care.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being able to use like maybe your insurance or your WIC or your EBT or whatever, just whatever, your job insurance. Like, wouldn't that be amazing if you could use those things to get your CMOS or to get your vitamins or your, you know, so, you know, legislation surrounding that. We have some ideas about legislation in terms of getting naturopaths and documented healers on staff at some actual hospitals, you know what I'm saying, to kind of help some overflow and just offer some another avenue for the customers.
That's crazy though, because you know these cats is practicing while these cats are participating, and so doesn't that cause an issue? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, here's the thing: the second largest or not even the second largest, the first, that's the first largest non-cardiac cause of death in the hospitals is infection.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, things like infection a lot of times is just from understaffing. You know what I'm saying? So there's 100 to 200,000 people, sometimes even higher than that dies yearly just from infections. And most of them came in for something else.
Mm-hmm.
But just laying up in the bed or being in such proximity to all these sick people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it makes you know what I'm saying? Or you might get bed sores and the bed sores get infected, or the toilets and the, you know, so it's insane that there's 100, 200,000 people that die in hospitals from infections. And
wow.
They say like, oh, you know, you know, you can't get this virus or that virus or this bacteria or whatever. Like, you can't get it in there this way. You can't get it that way. Like, bruh, clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly, 150,000 motherfuckers just dropped off. Clearly, they getting some shit somehow. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it could just be a matter of, you know, more hands on deck. You know what I'm saying? With a different approach. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the future of healing. Is you know, that's one of the contributions I want to make. You know, besides being known for the guy that end like diabetes, I want to I want to also help to bridge that gap between, you know, like that beef between the doctors and the holistic healers. You gotta choose one. People with money don't do that. You know what I'm saying? People that get the best health care, they don't really do that in reality. They have, like, you better believe if LeBron comes down with some shit, he's going to have a holistic healer in there, a naturopath, a medical doctor, a surgeon, a nutritionist, a this one or that one, his trainer. Like, he's going to have a staff of the best of everybody that he could get. And he's going to sit down and talk with them with the options. Okay, all right, bet. Do I really need to do a surgery, or can I go with some natural shit? Or if I have to get the surgery, how should I be eating and exercising up until then? And then once I have that, you know, what's my best mode of recovery, and how do I do this, and who's going to cook, and what's the recipes for this and that? Like, he's going to have the whole best herb, medicine, surgery, post, pre-care, therapeutic. That's the kind of thing that, you know, the future needs to look like if we really going to hit, you know, the gas in terms of expanding our lifespans from 70 to 150. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to be, you know, and I know in another universe, you know, Black folks would like to be able to do this without white folks. And I know definitely white folks mad as hell that, you know, biologically they stuck depending on us as well. So, but the future would have to depend on, like, participation, or we're going to be stuck with these short lifespans. It's not going to be it's not going to be an individual kind of thing. It's going to take, you're going to need you need the large institutions, and you're going to need your Dr. Sabi's or your Dr. Enqi's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to need the whole, you know, and you're going to need your personal trainer and your sports nutrition. Like, you're going to need all of them people. Right. Because we're going through hyper speed now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we could, you know, I mean, if we read what's in the news, and then we read what's not in the news, you know what I'm saying? We know that, you know, whether it's on here at home, or whether it was in China or somewhere else, we know been some chefing going on. And so now it's going to be, you know, and it started probably back with the Ebola, I want to say, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe even the early version of SARS, you know what I'm saying, when it first hit. But since then, these game-changing, you know, world-ending virus, like, it's getting to a peak now, where now, you know what I'm saying, we done went through a bunch of variables, and they came with the monkey joint, and it's another joint that they done came with that's not over here yet. I forgot what they're calling that. But it's another virus already working in Asia somewhere. So, you know, the whole idea is you really got to be, you know, it's got to be a real holistic approach. And that's, you know, not to, you know, attack our health, but herbs is not a holistic, you know, that's not holistic. You know what I'm saying? Holistic means totality.
Right.
Just herbs is not it. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be the herbs, but it also has to be the diet. You know, we also have to, you know, the supplementation and the diet are meaningless without the exercise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have the exercise.
Yeah.
You have to have the sleep. You know, you have to, you know, your
no, I'm with you because
your emotional shit has to be good, you know what I'm saying? Because that's those things are gonna contribute to the, you know, your mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As a trainer, I would always tell a person, like, listen, I don't care how much exercise you're doing. If you're not recovering, and if you're not eating the right food, and I'm gonna know in a 2-week period, in 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna know what you eating and what you not, how you rested and how you not. But if you don't do those things, then, you know what I mean, you really are defeating the purpose, because even whatever you get, as soon as you stop doing what you're doing, it's gone.
I was just talking to somebody, and I would let them remain nameless, but I was just explaining to said person that everyone tries to bullshit their trainer, but your trainer, having trained himself before becoming a trainer, then training dozens or maybe hundreds, depending on how long your trainer been, there's behavior patterns that are associated with exercise, and there are behavior patterns associated with bullshitting up the place. So your trainer does not have to physically be there to know what it is that you're doing or not doing, because there's certain key changes that is going to start happening to you. And if you don't start discussing those with your trainer, then he know you're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. If you don't have that, you know what? And I feel like that. Yeah, I know. What you ain't really doing the work. You mean I've trained people over the internet, and it's not really working because you're not really doing it. You're not. And what are you eating? I need a 3-day. I need you to take 3 days and write down everything you're eating and what time you're eating it. I need to know that. Why do I have to do that? Trust me, I need to know that.
Or I go even further. I need to know what your sleep pattern is,
right?
Where you work, what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be surprised. You'll get a handful of people that they might be doing it, and then they sleeping decent, and everything is. They got a high stress job, so their cortisol level is through the roof. So they're not even able to build up the momentum to even get no testosterone or none of that flowing. It's cortisol levels too high. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta tell them, like, bro, I don't know what you're gonna do, but we gotta find you something. We need you to get a hobby or something.
Yeah, something.
You might get a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend or something.
Right.
You need something to do to relax after work before you start this exercising. Because just being stressed out or do it to you all by itself.
I remember a couple of months ago, myself, I got to a point where the stress was crazy. I couldn't think right. And I'm telling people, like, listen, I can't have this conversation with you right now. My goddess, she said, you need to take yourself 5 days and get out of here. And it took me 3 days before I was relaxed enough to see clearly. And then once that happened, you know what I mean, as an artist, I couldn't write anything. I couldn't do it. Once that 3 days was there, man, I wrote like 20 Johns. We just did a mix, you know what I mean, all kind. I'm on super go right now. So
we're taking submissions to melanin versus diabetes. I know it's music people out there in your audience. So that's like a whole nother animal. Soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? So the soundtrack for the documentary is in the process of building itself out.
Is there topics? Is there specific topics you want them to be touching on?
It got to make sense to be, part of the film. It got to be, within the framework of, something involving a documentary, something that, but motivational maybe, or but it can't sound nerdy if it's if it's nerdy or if it's trash. Like, I'm gonna just do you a favor, people, and just not even respond to your email. It's not gonna be a good, but if you send some heat, then we're gonna from there we figure out what the business behind the business look like.
Got you. And for those who don't know, he's not speaking. He's speaking from experience. He's a very experienced MC. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the rhyme and the placement of the word, which is God. And the word, life is created with the word. But he knows what he's talking about. So it ain't some, man, who this doctor scientist there? You don't know nothing about
it. Nah, because I got architect working on it, and he been producing since Like I think he started with the Hit Squad, EP&D and them, and then he was with Jodeci and Missy and that whole movement, and he didn't produce like so he been so it's and I think he got Mike Hands involved with it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's getting in my mind I was just like I'm gonna put some music together behind it, and but now it's taking on a life of his own, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm focused on trying to get the screen, the lecture, and the book finish all in 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Like that's so like that.
Easy thing, man. Easy thing. It's easy for geniuses, man. It's easy. You can do that. I claim it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Easy work. We don't talk about things being hard around here. I'm the only hard aspect around here. And I'm telling people it's easy to get things done. All you got to do is do it.
Just got to do it.
Just go do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what it is. And that's no disrespect to things that are hard, because I take the harder path on purpose first. So everything else is easier after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to get it done. I'm going to send you some of this Vengeance stuff that we just did, because in the same token, I just wanted to put a couple mixtapes out and get ready for some other things so I can help my brothers push their music and myself as well. You know what I'm saying? Albums that I got coming out that they told me I'm too old to do, but when you hear this music, y'all people, you're going to be like, nah, keep rocking.
Ain't no such thing as too old to make
no such thing. Mick Jagger, 78 years old on stage acting up.
Music is about relatability. So if you're alive, then you can make music for people that are in your age group. You know what I'm saying? They can identify with, even if you like 80 and you got on a diaper, you know what I'm saying? Other 80-year-old niggas wearing diapers, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna identify with the shit you say.
Right. There's at least 1 million of them on an 8 billion people planet. You got at least 1 million fans. You just got to touch them. That's my mindset. I told my people, like, yo,
you're on 20 different medications, and you're getting shriveled up because it's a bunch of senior citizen niggas with dealing with the same. So music is, you always, you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is that you're dealing with, most times that's the beauty of art in general. You know what I'm saying? Put your art together, there's always people that's gonna rock with it, you know what I'm saying? Because people are gonna relate, they're gonna have experiences that are similar. You know what I'm saying? And then there'll be people that marvel, you know what I'm saying? So you have people that relate, and then people that marvel, you know what I'm saying? They can't relate, but they respect. So they, you know what I'm saying? They just like, wow, you really did that. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe you put that together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, there's always, you know what I'm saying? But, the submissions just gotta be like joints that can only go on the soundtrack though.
Yeah. So it'll be just soundtrack orientated, and if you had it on your album, you got to remove it from your album.
No. If you got it on an album, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of different. You know what I'm saying? If it's on the actual real, like, because some of these things it'd be tough nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, because somebody might say they released the album, but it's just really they songs and they put their artwork together. It's not like legally binding at an actual label. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? So some of it, but if it's on a real album at your label, or even if it's TuneCore or, whatever, you did your own thing like that, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it can't be like something, like, people might have a mixtape floating around or whatever. Like, it can't be none of that kind of stuff.
Got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you this music on this mixtape anyhow, just for your pleasure. But I'm gonna make sure that I pass that information off. Anybody watching this later on because you didn't feel like staying up, even though it's not late. You know what I'm saying?
It's no basketball game on. It's no boxing on. You're not reading the book. Stop. Knock it off.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people have told me I get so much information. Yeah. Well, when's the last show you watched? A Come on, man. If you're getting information and you're not watching the show,
you could go break down the science and woo woo woo. Like, bro, I'll do that on Patreon. Come on.
Yeah.
Over Patreon.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You handle that. You go see him, see what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, come on, y'all. Cats want things for free and then want to complain about what they got for free. Man. Like, for real?
And the thing is, because the people that know me know I would give away everything for free, but it's nothing that we can't build with free.
Right.
You know, like free doesn't get us included in school curriculums. Like that's another initiative that I'm really pressing forward. Like, you know, my discoveries, but not just me, you know what I'm saying? Like all of my predecessors in different directions. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason why Dr. Sebi's not taught about, you know, right. There's no reason why, you know, even Dr. Becker, you know what I'm saying? And some of those guys, Wallach, and, you know, just a lot of guys that make solid contributions. Joel Wallach, you know.
Take the names down, y'all. Go look it up. You can Google anything now.
Yeah. Joel Wallach, he was a part of the movement around selenium, you know what I'm saying? And really, you know, scientifically proving, you know what I'm saying, that selenium as a nutrient in and of itself, you know, could fight cancer and so many, you know, because it's one thing, like we got to keep advancing what it is, the culture, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they're not about advancing the culture. They're just about making money. So they just keep like selling products to low audiences. And it's like, that's cool. It benefits you. Put your family in a decent place to live, but that's not putting a dent in the global sickness. That's not really, you know what I'm saying?
Which is the important aspect.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So the information doesn't really do what it's supposed to do until it hits, you know, the mainstream. And when I say mainstream, I mean mainstream academia.
Right.
Hitting in the school books, and, you know, like there shouldn't be brown or black, you know, people that call themselves black walking around that don't know what melanin is. Like that, like that's not only shameful for them and their parents, but that's also shameful for the school system. Like that's how could we take 12 years of science and graduate or get a GED, then go to college and graduate college and you don't know what melanin is.
Right.
You what? You don't know what you don't what? Like what? That's insane. You know what I'm saying? And it's the most pronounced characteristic of brown and black people. You know, we didn't caught hell for it, but
yeah,
we don't have it consciously in our mind when we think of anything. Like, you know, like we don't think, oh, I wonder if these clothes that I have on, like how do these materials interact with my pigment system? When I go in the kitchen to eat breakfast, how does my breakfast interact with my pigment system? Like there's no pigment system science anywhere.
Right.
You know?
Which is crazy, because I've heard from Joel Pookrum that every year there's a big conglomerate of doctors who have a discussion on, I'm just saying, I heard from her, they have a big conglomerate of discussion on melanin. Yeah. So if they're talking about melanin with this,
Jewel used to be a jewel, but Jewel done lost it, man.
Is that same case where the age done?
Man, she started talking about she could eat pork because her brain balancing sounds could change the pork into kale and some other crazy shit.
Wow. So it leads me to this question. Melanin is worth $565 a gram. Gold is like $380. How do we chasing this gold, but we not, you know what I'm saying, storing and taking care of our melanin when the worth is that? And where are they getting the melanin from to be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? Since that's the case.
Well, they have different types of melanin you could buy, you know, from aloe melanin all the way up. Aloe melanin is the like the plant and the fungus. You hear people say, "Oh, they got mushrooms with melanin in it." It's not. It's not the same, you know what I'm saying? And I just be looking at folks like, bruh, you are just, it's just, and I don't know, it's just insane to me. But people think that their melanin would be the same as a mushroom. So I'm like, mushrooms, not for nothing, you know what I'm saying? But mushrooms grow in shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you think that anything of yours would be the same as the mushroom? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, I've had mushroom wars. I done tapped out, so I'm a supporter of the mushroom kingdom. But I'm just saying, it's the melanin, the pigment is different. But yeah, so it starts there, and then they have different animal, you know, fish and other animals. They extract it from there, and then they have human melanin for sale as well.
Mm-hmm. How do they even get that though?
I mean, go right there and there you are.
Yeah. Oh man, exactly. So for the critical thinking people, I mean, I'd like you to critically think of, man, ask yourself that question. Where's this coming from if they have it and blah, 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 and it's human and they tell you. And
right there and there you are.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Sometimes we ask questions because the answer be tougher than the question. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Do I really want that answer?
Yeah, well, for them, I'd like to. I know the answer, my people. I know the answer. But for the people who don't know the answer, I mean, you already know the answer. You're just not facing the truth in the question.
That's why I be getting banned from so many places.
Yeah, well, I'm used to that. You know what I'm saying, for myself. That's why I love Do the Knowledge Radio, because I'm allowed to come on here and have these convos and build and talk about things that if I go anywhere else that had this convo, they're gonna be like, "No, hey man, we I don't know about if you want to do that on this platform yet." Well, that's why,
bro. Woo! Niggas be like, "Bro, hold on, sir, hold on. You can't just wait a minute now. What you getting ready to do?"
You're gonna get me pushed off. Hold up, calm down.
You can't do that right here. We feel you, but chill, Doc. You gotta chill, Doc. Stick with the health shit.
I follow King Samir. I can say anything on here. Shout out to the guy King Samir.
Man.
I mean, he be bringing it to y'all, and what's funny is the white people love it. You know what I'm saying? Black people run from it.
After he finished, everything is tame.
Everything. So you know what I mean? I love this time slot that I'm in. It allows me the freedom. It's almost like when because this is my personal assessment. When Jay-Z talked Kanye into saying, "I'm a god. Who do you think I am?" You know what I mean? First. And then Jay-Z come out and say, you already know who I am. You ask me if I'm a god, you already know what it is. Well, he said it a little calmer, but Kanye said it and broke the ice. So now that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I said I was a nigga, you'd say okay. But when I say it's a god, I'm a god, is a problem. Kanye, right.
Crazy with that, John.
Right. So shout out. Make sure that y'all tune in at 7:00 on Ujamaa. Every Ujamaa, which is Wednesday to the regular people, you know what I'm saying, to check in to King Samir's show right here on Do the Knowledge Radio. He hits you with the truth, nothing but the truth, and so help you God if you don't listen to the truth. But I don't know whose God you praying to, because he on the right side. So get it popping right. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself. Man, this was a quick. The sun is heating up the planet, and and time is flying faster. And so we already at 11:09, and we started at like 9:09. You know what I'm saying? So this 2 hours, I know you have a lot of things to do. I know you were busy, man.
9, that's a number right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
His family, tune in as we get closer to the countdown. We're gonna have some more breaking news for the family, as the event gets bigger, you know what I'm saying, and more developments happen, it's getting crazier and crazier. So we're gonna make history. You know what I'm saying? People that's there. This is one of them joints that, you look back on it, you like, was you there? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's gonna be a game changer. So
monumental. Hey, where are we talking about again? So they know.
Matter of fact, let me play the trailer. Could go out with the trailer. If I could find the trailer.
Before you go out, it's always a pleasure to have you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? On this show, always plethora of information, and soon come, we just gonna sit and build. I mean, and get a nice little workout, and I need that myself. I mean, I'm one of them. I need somebody to be like, yo.
This is Now I'm with you. I know exactly how that go.
Yep. And I don't be trusting people. They don't know what I know.
Like, bro, like I gotta work by myself until I find a peer. Like I gotta have a peer.
Right. And it will appear. Oh man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, play that trailer, guy.
Yep. I'm waiting on our illustrious engineer to hit the share button.
Share. And he ain't talking about Sonny, even though he's talking about the sun. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how things go. They look at the the solar cycles, 9-year, 54-year. The solar cycles to tell when certain types of energy is going, circulate around on the planet. And I don't think it's a spooky thing. I think it's just a matter of we got a lot of iron in our body. Mm-hmm. So I don't think people really have a full understanding of that. We got a lot of iron in our body. A lot of iron. Like a lot of iron. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a massive body like the sun is just gonna exert, Okay, so it looks like our illustrious engineer is otherwise indisposed. And it looks like, oh, there you go.
There you go. Thank you, assistant.
Bam.
Story of how a young black boy. This is a story of how a young black boy abandoned in the most dangerous neighborhood in America, with no formal education, would do what no doctors, no scientists in the world could do, not even with billions of dollars in budgets, the most cutting edge technology to go with it. I mean, David and Goliath proportions, all while being a single father, battling a deadbeat baby mother, a broken system in a sick community that lost its identity centuries before he was even a twinkle in his mother's eye.
What is melanin? Melanin?
Heard of melanin?
Have you ever heard of melanin before? You ever heard of melanin before?
So melanin? No, never heard of it.
Have you ever heard of melanin before?
No. I guess this is where it starts with the nurse and doctor shortage in America. See, a nurse had done a triple shift at work, and while driving home like any other day, this day on Webster Avenue in the Bronx, on this day, she fell asleep at the wheel and ran over 3, not 1, 3 of my daughters. Two of my daughters had minor damage. However, the youngest, Amber, had a broken neck, a broken spine in 3 places, a completely crushed pelvis. Her left leg was crushed. Her left foot was crushed. They said she would be lucky if she made it out of ICU, but they didn't think she would make it. And if she did, she would never walk again. I had survived crack houses, dope dens, knife fights, shootouts, but nothing prepared me for that day. I remember right after 9/11 having a seizure and my heart stopped. I flatlined on that table for almost a minute, got up, healed myself, but still, nothing prepared me for that day. At least so I thought. But over the next few months, what God and I had accomplished with Amber, it was just the beginning. This is where it all started. Right here, 158th Street in the Bronx. My father was selling heroin. My mother was smoking crack. No one could imagine I would grow to become the world's leading naturopathic doctor on type 2 diabetes. Truth is, neither could I. My father and his friends made millions of dollars in Harlem selling heroin, selling plants. I too was destined to make millions from plants. The only difference is that while they would become known as American gangster, I would become known as the American healer.
Yeah, man. Amazing. Y'all saw the information. Y'all saw it up in there. Patreon.com/Dr. Enqi. Check him out. Go support. Get your information. Check out the lectures. Get the books. Do everything you can, not just the free one that he offered, but pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Trust. You pay $25, $35 to go out. Sometimes $100, $200, $300 to go out. You spending whatever you spending on your greens. You know what I'm saying? This is your life. You have any importance in your life, you think it's worth it, then go ahead. Spend that money on something that's going to give you life and life more abundant. You know what I mean? Thank you, Dr. Enqi, for coming on here again. It's the third time. There ain't thrice. Trismegistus, and the information again was amazing. Those who are paying attention, make sure that you press the like button. Make sure you subscribe to Do the Knowledge Radio. Subscribe to Sundiata, the great MVE. I need subscriptions. We need subscriptions here. And then when you see that Cash App rolling on the bottom, $STGR8, $STGR8, $STGR8. Go ahead, throw something in there. You know what I mean? It takes time, it takes effort. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you show your appreciative love by throwing some cash in the Cash App. Do that same thing for Do the Knowledge Radio. And, it's always a pleasure to be here. Just help me make it more pleasurable. And shoot, I'll do this joint a day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, bring that in. Donate. You know what it is. Well, that has been the regular base show. You done got the Check the Mind show more than you got Vintage Season. But you seen the videos we opened up with. You know what I mean? Check them out again. Go get it. Do the knowledge and exposing the secret. Get them numbers up. Get them subscriptions up. Let's get it popping. And I do believe we are in the after party at this point. Now, we were planned on speaking with DJ Godsticks to finish out, what we were talking, because we didn't even get into his Georgia time, you know what I mean, and what he was dealing with. But at this point, he had hit me, and he had been working and doing his thing. He is not going to make it this evening. He's, he got a lot of work to do. He's getting ready for this competition, this blend battle competition that Fleet DJs we gonna be dealing with when you see me down there in Jacksonville, Jacksonville from the 14th to the 18th, getting on that stage doing what we do. But me just politicking with folk, and he's in a blend battle with other DJs, and these other DJs have two hands. He's got one. It's gonna be amazing. And at the same time, he's putting together the show, the placement for the show, because he's gonna be on the stage. We got him on the stage for an hour for what we doing, and he's gonna be doing some wigga zigga and some DJ MC situations going on like back in the day. So he's getting ready for that, and he's also putting together the Avengers mixtape, first 9 songs, the Red 9. And so, like I said, and then he works, and he got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So he got. So y'all know they did what they did in Washington. They coming back there with guns. But before that's even happening, they attacking the black women right now. I ain't gonna let that happen. I know you ain't gonna let that happen. So we gotta figure out something. You know what I mean? Let's just take this time, talk about what it is that you think need to be done, and
talking ain't no talking. What's to talk about, baby?
It's action then.
Thank you. Action and then you move. Let's move out.
Let me talk to you real quick outside.
Word?
Let me talk to you.
All right.
Yeah, we gonna handle that. We gonna figure that out right now.
All right.
But let's talk about that real quick.
Watch out there, two of them niggas is out there looking.
That's what they always do. Always watching the nigga. Always.
You
Shotgun.
Yes.
Let's get recognition on everybody.
Roger that. Shit. We ain't got no choice. What we gonna do? Keep letting them abuse our women? We gotta take power. We gotta take stand.
POP, man. That's what we doing. Protect our
Ain't no
people.
question.
So how are we gonna do it? We gotta put it together. We can't just be sitting there. You know what I mean? Talking. Everybody been talking and demonstrating. We ain't demonstrating.
Yes, sir. We got confirmation. Facial recognition is locking in. We're getting facial recognition on everyone.
You know, I've been on the phone with the brothers.
Right.
You know, so we gonna organize. We gonna structure, and we gonna go down there proper. You know?
No doubt.
No bullshit.
No doubt.
You can't have that.
Shit.
For as long as my memory suffice, I've been engaged in fights of life, now addicted to the strife of spring. And I love it though like it's havoc and singing, ringing drums in my skull, plugging that hole, draining my soul, reuniting self with a universal control. Bare but physical structure, ready to rupture, atomic splutter whenever I touch her. With each and every word I utter, disengaged and muster strength from holy ancestral cluster. I'm taking the place of physical pain conductor, and I ain't never been a sucker. I already lost the knuckle introducing these punk bitches to buckle before me and my struggle became so internal. I stepped from my mama's paternal circle, facing takes and keeping it true type trouble. My great escape, walk with my great escape, swing with her. Great escape, walk with my great escape, swing with her. My great escape, the great escape. Walk with her. Swing with her. Try to keep my grammar simple but lyrical complex. Steady on quest for next, bring the vortex. Eccentricity got personality check. Do what I feel, I'm giving self-respect. Really true, prove facts I protect. Intellect, clearing distortion, fucking up your set. Come on, let every ear get pierced by fear, so save it. In all my these eyes I flip favor. My flavor, savor love for melanin major. You doing me wrong, that's like breaking the laws of nature. I'm creator's cure for sickness, disrupting karmatic tour. And I've been universal way before. Slip from my mama bird door to this all front of war. Need I say more? Must, cause entertainment just one of the 9 whore. I clean a jerk to adore what the pimp ignore. That's expression, that's the beauty. Now extension is the duty to the last. Hey, who can't wait for my hot so the yachts to create the great escape. Great escape. Walk with her. Swing with her. Walk with her. Swing with her. Walk with her. Swing with her. Liver, lover, fighter. Walk with her. Swing with her. I walk with a panther and swing with gorillas. I'm a liver, lover, fighter, healer. Walk out of the trances and sting when you feel us. We them holy hitters under the cover rewriting realness. Great escape, great escape.
Yeah. Shout out to the shooters of that video. You know what I'm saying? The Great Escape, simply put, escaping the colonizer mind, getting forward with your African-centered thought pattern, and connecting with the universe and the cosmos like it was in the past so that the future can resemble our greatness again. The Great Escape. You know what I mean? And it's title track to the album. You know what I mean? The last album I put out, The Great Escape, 2088. And, you know, much appreciated love for those who participated in the video, those who played the video, those who watched the video. You know what I'm saying? It's got a little bit of numbers on it. But, you know what I mean? This is just the start. This is a tsunami that I'm bringing forth. The comets went across. Now the tsunami's coming. And if you do not know how to walk on water, breathe in water, surf, you're going to get crushed. Plain and simple. And if you do, you're working with me. You know what I mean? So let's get the thing popping. For real, for truth, them. For truth. Yeah, so, you know, son the great GR8, the Hardcorrespondent. We here. It's been another epic show with Dr. Enqi, giving information. I'm going to incorporate those things that he talked about, the 60 and 60, the 13 and 7, the what did he say? It was the D3 and the K2. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, and that 60 seconds of sun. You know what I mean? Every day. We're gonna get it rocking over here. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do coming up. So, you know, I need to be in the best physical form I possibly can to make sure that I give the best artistic expression and have enough energy to handle what needs to be handled in the upcoming times. What are you doing for yourself to make sure that you can handle it? And I urge people, when you go get yourself some workout, right? When you go work out and you feel like giving up, I want you to imagine this. What if there was a tornado, a volcano, the earth split and cracked, and you had to save your children or your niece or your nephew or some other children that deserve to be saved? Are you going to tell them, oh, man, I'm done, I can't do no more? Or are you going to pick them up and make it happen? Which one are you going to do? And every time you feel like giving up, remember, you fighting for their life, your life, and the future on some real solution orientated here. That's what we deal with. Shout out to all the cats who I invited to come to this show and didn't. You know what I mean? Because you're leaving room for truth and respect to come on.
Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Moving the crowd, black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Moving the crowd, black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah. I just be spitting the truth. Watch it, they say I go too far. How could we open a school when y'all still hating on Umar? How you be claiming you conscious? They're just nonsense, they just pompous. They just be running their lips, but never show what they accomplished. Claiming they scholars on YouTube, sounding the same, I'm like Guzu. Spending their money on new shoes. Spiritual pimps, I rebuke you. I'm Pan-African, hands trafficking, books by Amos Wilson. I'm indigenous and I'm Savier, so my enemies are them pilgrims. Black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Moving the crowd, black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Moving the crowd, black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah. I free the souls that they lobotomize, caged up to get no bell that gets itemized. They assassinate or we idolize. Yama Kenyama, I'm liberated. Demonic forces get obliterated. Bring it to where you get situated. Leaving your mental capitulated. Word perfect, I'm a rap merchant. Finna cut the grass on these black serpents. Conjure the spirit of set. Pick up the card and attack. Scarab just hang from my neck. Amulet, heal and protect. Horus is all in my flesh. Rapping as if I'm possessed. Talk about it, plus I walk about it. Phony rappers, they squawk about it. Check out the chorus, indigenous Moorish. I'm Horus like Brino Hawk about it. You doubt it, I bet. About a segment. The secret that's kept. Dollar bills bring you debt. They figure we dummies, no way. Selling they souls for their pay. I pray the devil away. I bring the power, Ashe. I go Obi, Ogun told me, bring my sword and sash. Yes, it's time to free your mind, so fill my shrine with cash. Black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Moving the crowd, black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Moving the crowd, black and I'm proud, yeah, I'm black and I'm proud. Black and I'm proud, yeah.
That was fire. Yeah, you mean? That was fire. I love it. We in after party now?
After the fight, we gonna catch a body then. Dump a cracker in the hotel lobby. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it. Hey, man. Again, I appreciate you for bringing Dr. Enqi on, for making sure that happened. I don't know if he.
Wait, what's that shit they doing out there? Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but he just gave me the secret of what I needed to do for the next, and I'm definitely incorporating all that mañana, tomorrow, right away in what I'm doing, because, yeah, needed that. I hope y'all was paying attention. If not, go back. The show will be on. You know what I mean? Do the Knowledge Radio on YouTube. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you're just now tuning in, go back to it when we get off of here. But we partying now. Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna do that for the rest of 2022. Be like, what's that new? What they say is new age when they after that? Give thanks.
Give thanks. Give thanks. Yeah.
Give thanks.
Knowledge board, you are hilarious, guy. You are hilarious. People don't even get it.
I've been God for a long time, man. So I guess all of these manifestations is fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
The funny part was that, you ain't on that?
You don't know what that is? Oh.
Give thanks.
Watch everybody start doing that shit now. Watch. Oh no, this is this is how you do that. Get out of here, man. That's like
I've seen people do that over the years.
To me, that's like a cat saying salute and you ain't never met Malik. How you saying salute, but you ain't never met Malik? Or you don't even give Malik the representation and the props that he need to get. Cut that shit out. Well, I heard you say it, and I'm like, yeah. Well, then who did I get it from? Because I tell you every time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, see, not paying attention. Stop saying that shit. That's what he told me. They don't know me. They don't know what it is I done. They ain't allowed to say that shit. Shout out to Malik Kalam. Zulu. Yeah, man. Woo. It's been one of those days, man, and I love it. I love it when the day is like this. I love when the tests come, and I love when, they get passed with A's. I had a 4.0 in college, my peoples. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it, I don't really even keep it simple. I keep it hardcorrespondent because that's just what my daddy did. You know what I'm saying? So, and he told me there would be times like this when the softness would be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like the man with the one eye in the land of the blind. I mean, when everybody's soft, you the hard correspondent, that means, you know what I'm saying, I get to lead and I get to steer the way and I get to show them, how much they really worth, and then let them be motivated by these actions. You heard that? That's Malik hollering at me. He's speaking. That's my posse Malik right there. Yeah, what he said.
If they was listening to it, I was just listening to it, that would be off the chain right now. But damn man.
Yeah. Like, and I'm proud. I love that term too, off the chain. I love off the chain. You know what I'm saying? The inclination is liberation and freedom. I'm definitely, you're out of the box. You're off the chain. You're out of pocket. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And the fact that you think it's okay to be on the chain, in the box, and in the pocket means that you have a psychological impairment going on. I'm a drapetomaniac, nigga.
Exposing the secret is Killer Priest approved. Exposing the secret and do the knowledge is, who syndicate approved, man. So Mafia approved, man. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Don't argue with the woo guys. You see what
what's that little thing that be going around that be like, well, how come you ain't famous yet? Blah blah blah. You say, well, why you ain't sharing my shit?
I know why you ain't sharing. I know why. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas know why you ain't shared neither. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
We give thanks.
We give thanks.
We give thanks.
And one of my brothers used to say, Omi tofu. Omi tofu. I ain't saying no Omi tofu though. That's his shit. Yeah, man. I had my beautiful goddess come in and bless me with some tea in her container with the flowers on it. You know, that's love right there. When she give you her container, you know that's love right there. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta drink this right here. My ass thought that I was hot, and I thought I could go ahead and eat some vegan ice cream, and thought my body would let that rock. My body did not let that rock. My body said, "Oh no, that created mucus as well, and it has to leave your body right now, sir. Right now, sir." So 2 days later, you know what I mean? I got snot running out of my nose and mucus leaving my body and every orifice. So, you know what I mean? We just gonna rush that up with the tea. Shout out to Killer Priest for his new brand of tea. I've been watching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm drinking my tea today.
That matcha.
Yeah, the matcha. In regards and in reference to the greatest lyricist, as my brother says, the greatest lyricist, you know what I'm saying, who has approved our music. But
y'all ain't gotta agree. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to say to me now. You know what I mean? Killer Priest approved it. If you ain't approving it, you stupid. That's the problem. And I don't care nothing about you dumb fucks. Nothing. I'm only talking to those who with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh. What is that? Is that the Ghost Dog shirt? What's that? I need my glasses right now. I can't see nothing. Oh, yo, I see it now. I see it now.
No.
Hold on.
I'm taking thanks. Yeah. Give me the thanks back that I gave to you.
Hold up, because that's gonna.
Right. You know what we do around here. We don't sit there. Righteousness is hard. But when it's time to go down and get dirty, we get dirty. Gorilla. Awesome. Yeah. Salute! There's a lead! Come on, big dog.
Warlord, yes, I beat up on demons. Prepping for war for like 16 seasons. 3 rounds, but the first he retreated. He talking wars like my hands ain't cruising. Big guns, but that boy don't need them. Terrorize his team till he leave him. Decapitate, pop, give me a reason. Give me a reason, ain't talking real crazy, like they violent. I stay solid, been locked in the silence. I'ma beat that boy till he start crying. Got tortured tats, they gon' feel like he dying. Dumb knuckles, boy, I ain't lying. Give him the money, gotta make sure he works. Understand, all my words don't gas me up, cause that shit get you cursed. I still love war, that's what I yearn. Put my hands on, that's the way that they learn. Strike, squeeze, that's the way that they squirm. Take a beating and I bend it. Monster eating blood and it's dripping. Wipe my mouth, the attack till they listen. Possessed by power, addicted to winning. Can't fuck with no goof. Tight with the words and the shit's never loose. Big dogs can't fuck with no truce. K9s will take up your I don't see no competition. Yeah, I'm from up top. I stay spinning. I ain't good with attention, but they know I got all the tools to be trending. Bust shot at the devil. Pop them demons. Bust Bust shot at the devil. Pop them demons. Bust shot at the devil. Pop them demons. We bust shot at the devil. Pop them demons. Free fall, activate, liberate, achieve it. I vibe so high, shit, I'm way above them heaving. That reaping season, about to be the reason. You believe in the world we've been freeing. We bitten and bleeding, lusting and greeding, tripping over season, wasting semen. Fuck you so good, now you begging and bleeding for them to take your freedom. We fight for life, take black, what they thieving. Bust shot at the devil. Pop them demons. Bust shot at the devil. Pop them demons. Bust out at the devil. Pop, 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 pop them demons. We bust them. Bust out at the devil. Pop, 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 pop them demons. Black liberation, advance and development. Blade. Loose in the club, slicing demons. For the hell of it, take what we invent and represent malevolent. Hell no, we won't go. Sliding slippery slope down that devil old town pole. Popping pills just to cope. Doing dope like it's dope. Take your life, crush your hopes. Step back. I got him in my scopes. Got him in my scope. Bust shot at the devil. Pop, 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 pop them demons. Bust shot at the devil. Pop, 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 pop them demons. Bust shot at the devil. Pop, 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 pop them demons. We bust shot at the devil. Pop, 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 pop them demons.
Yeah. I just did the verse for the remix. I'm gonna send you that. Tonight. The remix verse. It ain't really mixed down, but you know what I mean. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait till I get the mixed down version. When he mixes and masters it, John, I'm gonna send it to you. But shout out to Register Black. You was listen, we just did it, man. What you going? I mean, you need to be on that shit saying something. You need, I mean, we'll do part 3 too. You know what I mean? I got another verse for it. I got
saying something.
We got something to say, you know. You know what I mean? You need to be on there saying something. Both. You know what I'm saying? Spit that rhyme and spit that truth.
The rhyme,
man. The rhyme.
That's 1940. 1943.
I seen it with my own eyes. I heard it with my own ears before I passed out.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? You was like this.
I was. I told you I don't do that. Yo, now this boy had me slumped in God sticks. It's so
nah.
Had me slumped. I was slumped.
I don't know what you're talking about. We about to play another song.
Oh, wait, before you do that. You see, this is going up. This
but you act like you ain't know what that was. You was like, what is that?
When I came back, I was handling my business.
What are those?
Talk to him, Dr. Clark.
He called for the unity and the redemption of the African world.
Salute them, honorable Marcus
We were not ready to listen then.
They might not have been ready then.
There's wonder whether we are ready.
Ain't no doubt about it.
To listen.
We ready, baby.
Now.
Let's go. Yeah.
A flag fly high. Flag fly high. Flag fly high.
Black fists in the sky with the side to side. If the flag fly high. Come on.
A flag fly high. Flag fly high. A flag fly high.
RBG's on the rise. All eyes will recognize.
A flag fly high.
Hold it high. Let it fly. Rep those colors forever. Garvey will never die. On my 90, the throne ready. Let's take a ride. Cats won't fix, men don't. Choose a side. This is the path for the warriors. Seldom travel yet and still vainglorious. Black power represents us. You either rolling with Africa or against us.
A flag fly high. Flag fly high. A flag fly high.
Black fists in the sky with the side to side. If the flag fly high.
Flag fly high.
RBG's on the rise, all eyes will
been blind minds since 99. People army them know the time. Out the drab on my design, we roll ready. Hard line, ain't no games with that red flame. Triple stage of that black bang. Revolution in my veins, till we free, I won't change. And you can count on that like an abacus. Celebrate the victories and the challenges. It's deeper than social media statuses. This lifestyle full of nation building practices. Yeah, fuck a flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high. Black fists in the sky with the side to side. If the flag fly high, come on. Flag fly high, flag fly high, flag fly high. RPGs on the rise, all eyes go recognize the flag fly high. That red, 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 black, 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 green, green, green. RBG, I'm about that red, 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 black, 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 green, green, green. That RBG, I'm about that red, 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 that black, 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 that green, green, green. RBG, I'm about that red, 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 black, 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 green, green, green. That RBG, baby. RBG, baby. Come on. Fly high, my flag, fly high, my flag, fly high. Ha! Shout out to all my RBGs worldwide. Doing this thing garbage style, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Flag, fly high, my flag, fly high. Come on.
Flag fly high, my flag fly high, my flag fly high. RBG's on the rise, all eyes gonna recognize. Flag fly high. Black power, black power. Oh, it's so for real, y'all. It's so for real.
And my flag fly high. Yeah. Y'all RBGs in the building. Outlaw RBGs to be exact. You know what I mean? All day. You know what I'm saying? Original General up in the building. You know what I mean? It's plus degrees around here. Plus degrees around here. Oh, man. I love the music. I said this before. I'm going to say it again. I love the music on here, even if it wasn't my music. Before it was my music, I love the music on here. You know what I'm saying? But my muse think is to make you function and connect synopsises. It's critical thinking, Jones, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a double and triple entendre. And the simplest thing that you think I'm saying is a double and triple entendre. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Don't be fooled, you know what I mean, by the regular. You know what I mean? Think about what you think I'm thinking about, and you're probably going to be correct. And then there's going to be some other things there too. You know what I'm saying? That's how I put a rhyme together. And I don't care what it's about. Oh, man, y'all niggas is partying and dancing yourself to death. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking life into you. You know what I mean? I ain't killing no rhymes. I'm bringing life. And the people that you know what I mean, that I'm bringing is bringing life. The music is bringing life forward to you, not even back to you. And if it's going to be anything with a B, it's going to be black. They're going to bring it black to you and move your ass forward. I'm a motivation vocal expressionist, people. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. Cats can MC, and those dudes over there can rap. You know what I'm saying? But I motivate vocally when I express. It's very simple, but it's very powerful. That's what we're dealing with. It's the new layer, the next layer. You know what I mean? The true level right here. That's what this is. And you'll know what it is when you get that vengeance. This is true level shit right here. You know what I mean? Y'all got the part of self. This is true level building right here. It ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I stand corrected when I need to. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't shit. Ain't nothing shit about it. I mean, this is that life, John. You know what I'm saying? And the difference between a lot of cats that you might see out there doing both rap, doing MCing, and even doing conscious music is, you know what I mean, everything I'm talking about, I will do, I have done, you know what I'm saying, or I'm planning on that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. I don't say something that I ain't functioning in. I say this, but I really want to get, you know what I mean, I got to get the streets and say, look, bro, did Marcus Garvey go out in the streets and do street ass shit? No. He went out in the streets and did raise the level. He raised the flag. His flag flew high. He taught y'all what the R and the B and the G was about. And they dismantled him for it. You know what I'm saying? You see it. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I uphold that in everything I do. You know what I'm saying? Everything I am. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I am unbuyable. The only way that you can buy me is liberate all of my people, even the niggas I don't like. I need liberation. So you ain't bringing that liberation. You ain't saying nothing to me. There's no price.
Yeah, preach. This that black church pastor about to make you get up. Got the devil by his neck, pastor ain't about to let up. Hey doctor, the plan to keep you sick in the mind and set up. That's why my flow surgical and every bar is a checkup. To fix you, learn to breathe, love to read the fundamentals. Next, learn to fight, start eating right, the essentials. Patience, meditation, calm the noise, increase the mental. These racists ain't playing, they try to defeat you on every level. They said without money you won't hear what I'm trying to tell you. Well, this ain't about dollars and I ain't got nothing to sell you. But before they used to sell you, they did more than they tell you. They hailed you. You took them as students, shared secrets and they failed you. Slit your throat with the hopes of confiscating heirlooms. You thought he was a man, the moon showed you he's a werewolf. Now you trained a rabid dog too vicious to befriend you. Don't want him back in his cave, put him down in a kennel. United we stand, 50 shots back was the start of this. Black Power Man, her rap cypher, complete captivated audience. The moon was revenge, dug up dirt to place the coffin in. Only built for killers, warlords, cutthroats is the war within. Now it's my turn, at the pulpit with a sword for them. I'm fighting off the devils, angels, agents, and his sorcerers. Ain't no mega structure to take a black man and soften him. Church in the field, and it's time to collect the offering. Today we raise dollars to protect all of our scholars. Help out single mamas, cause they taking out the bobbers. Invest in black farmers, build a school, no loans for college. Keep the cash in the hood, even though they might try to bomb it. When you man up, you an inherent threat to the moral standard of this poisonous coward, cracker, cobra commander. That don't make me G.I. Joe, I'm a soldier like a panther. My flow of words is a workout, you don't stretch your jaws a cramp up. Congregation focus on freedom and conversation. Adopted tactics from black churches before integration. Now we put faith in crap, low dollar reputations. Guess he's closer to heaven on that jet on vacation. Preach, pastor, preach, no escape for this caveman. Next chapter we gonna have to deal with this gay man. Damn it, he's sweeter than the batter you pour in a cake pan. Church in the field, Pastor Green, my sermon saved man. United we stand, 50 shots back was the start of this. Black Power Man, her rap cypher, complete captivated audience. The moon was revenge, dug up dirt to place the coffin in. Only built for killers, warlords, cutthroats is the war within. Now it's my turn, at the pulpit with a sword for them. I'm fighting off the devils, angels, agents, and his sorcerers. Ain't no mega structure to take a black man and soften him. Church in the field, and it's time to collect the offering.
Man, I told you what it is over here. If you ain't listening to music like that, man, people, you know you lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You lost in the sauce. You ain't got the spice in your life, then you lost in the sauce. Plain and simple. Bars. This tea is amazing too. This tea is amazing.
It's after 12, so shout out to my Gemini sister, man. She turned 50 today. She looked like she about 22, 21.
Black on crack. Old black on crack.
So Wu-Tang's first vocalist, female vocalist. Blue Raz. Born there today. Show us some love.
Much respect.
I mean,
yeah.
I seen her over here. Y'all would have seen her on my born day. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot going on. We all got a lot going on out here. On the road, making things happen. So make sure y'all show love to y'all loved ones like King. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yo, mate. Hey, bloke. You know what I mean? What's that shit they said there? Bruv. Hey, bruv.
Hey, bruv. Brother.
Brother.
Bro. Brother. Me, brother.
Get off the, you're not even on the road, bruv.
You're not even me, bruv.
Bruv.
Hey, bruv. You're not even me, bruv. You're not even me, bruv.
This tie here, RBG. Repatriation of situation. I just want to let y'all know I hear all that shit y'all talking. You know in your heart of hearts you can't fuck with this. You knows that. Why I'm tripping, y'all knows that. Let's start talking, let's get into it. Whoa, hold up, what they talking about? I hear you. Matter of fact, fuck all that they talking about. Fuck all that yakety yak, wanna run they mouth. Machete clappity clap, oh goon run them out. Cross the border, show say arrow, hunt them down. Babaloo, why you clean off, it ain't nothing now. 30,000 in the air, my phone still on. Writing rhymes, earphones, with the kill on. Get the skill on, little homie, the real on. EI's getting the chill on, watching me get my meal on. Take a stand in the wreck, get my build on you. You disrespect the whole set and get your steal on. Ma do where if you can't, get your bill on. Debit card swiper performance is getting tighter. I'm older and plus I'm nicer the motion it I sip on. Most of y'all skip the protocol. Trip on forces and slip, bust your head. Train of thought wreck, you there didn't do what your goon said. Now it's cold red, skeptics is begging me get my heel on. Back like I never left, proper like a sweater vest. I'm the ancestors' favorite rapper, Megadeth. That's true. No guitars though, just a hard flow. That's true. Nicest priest on these beats as far as bars go. A Joshua Eli's on my chest, far as scars go. Stars go, the Fargo stand and rock for photo ops. Bypass their own hood like they don't know the block. Faking culture shots like they forgot them struggles. All the fun when that muzzle blast cats be like suffering succotash beats, concrete, street with sophistication. Repat nation, we deep, baby. Plus RBG certified, fly like the butter with the golden box cutter. Hello, yeah. She's so flirtatious, smile like the Nile, her booty so outrageous. Classic yet refreshing, just to know you is a blessing. Peach snaps in the flukes, here's a toast to patience. Oh yeah, a closed mouth don't get fed. She came to bed and woke up with your moja on her head. I just wanna see the fam blossom. Inhibitions, I lost them, I'm feeling awesome. My shit. Oh man, Sundiata, I told you they weren't fucking with me, car.
You need to ask yourself that. Why do you eat food? You need to ask yourself, what is food? Because we got consumables, as acidic, dry, whatever you want to call it, and then we got alkaline, wet, real food. We got fake food and we got real food. Now, you growing up in this world, I don't know how old you is. If you my age, you 20, you 28, 29, we is the last ones to know what real is. These jits don't know what real is because they being raised on the fake. So they put the germ in the seed. Roundup ready. They put the germ in the seed. They got fake seeds. So I'm telling you, this is war.
Yeah.
This is fucking war. You got to learn the real and you got to decipher from the fake because it's getting hard to tell. And that's my message.
You should have did what you ain't do what your old Google said. Yeah. I heard him. Yeah, man. Shout out to the King Ja. You know what I mean? He got that farmland in Georgia. About to go out there, work them fields, get my hands dirty, get my back, you know what I'm saying, working, and plant some livation, and be up there once a month, once every 3 weeks, just working them fields and planting them seeds and learning what I need to learn that I don't already know, because there's a plethora of things I don't know. So, you know, I'm going to get that in the ground that first week. Most likely by the 4th of July, I'll be there handling that business. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who's about that business, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? You know how to hit me. At SUNDAGR and the number 8. At SUNDAGR and the number 8. That's my IG. DM me. You interested in coming through? Make sure you bring, you know what I mean, your heart. Make sure you bring your hands. Make sure you bring your mind. Make sure you're ready to sweat and get that work in. You know what I'm saying? But don't hit me if you're on the bush. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Facts. You know what I'm saying? It's about real work around here. I remember when I was younger, my mother used to take me to go pick strawberries and pick blueberries in the dawn. I used to hate it. I used to be like, especially it was on a Saturday. I'm missing my cartoons. I had to get up for school. I had to get up earlier on these Saturdays we went picking than I had for school. But you know what? As I got older and more mature, I recognized the importance of having me do that. You know what I mean? And taking care. And then I remember the fresh taste of these fruits. Right off the vine, it was a different type of taste, and we would bring a bunch home and eat that and live off of that for a little bit. So you know what I mean, it got me. And I remember the stories my father used to talk about where he used to sharecrop. You know what I'm saying, and the work that they had to put in to make sure that they had food on the table because they was eating. You know what I mean, a 16th of the food that they was growing and selling. And my dad was one of the strongest, if not the strongest individual I know, physically and you know what I mean, mentally and spiritually, you know what I mean, just like that. You know what I'm saying? My father was one of them cats who could grab a flagpole and stick his body completely straight out. That's just amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? But look at the food he was eating, you know what I'm saying, down in North Carolina. So, yeah, people, man. Is that real food you're eating? You think that's you think that's air you're breathing? Huh. Interesting. Hey man, have you ever had one of them days where your people test you after you done told them what it was? And then after you do and make the moves, they're going to come and be upset and complain about the moves you made when you asked them to go make the moves with you. That's the kind of day I had today. But you know what? Things had to get done. I did it, made a decision, and we growing from it. And as a mature individual, you know what I'm saying, I don't let somebody else's misunderstanding or somebody else's perception of why I'm doing what I'm doing affect the purpose and the goal of getting things accomplished. Don't allow that to happen to yourself neither. You get a lot of things done when you get people out of your way. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I ain't had to let nobody know what I was doing, but I did. You know what I'm saying? Just so that all my people can benefit from what I was about to benefit from. But this is the life of the prophet, of the leader. This is the life of the one who has the vision when everybody else do not. Facts. This is the life of the hard correspondent in the day of the soft ass. Y'all know what it is. What you got next, God? What you got next? I'm over here enjoying. You see, I got my thing in my hand. I got my tea right here. I got my hot popcorn over here. What you got next for the crowd? What you got next for me? You know what I mean? It's the after party. It's party. I'm used to you even having more convo, but you know what it is? Shout out to God Sticks handling his business. He would normally be here and get that, you know what I mean, his energy. We after that knowledge, wisdom hour. You know what I'm saying? So what are you all at? What y'all doing with your life and the knowledge, wisdom? Are you knowledge and the wisdom? Huh? You understand, overstanding? That's where we at with it. 13, knowledge, understanding, culture your freedom. Like I'm about to cultivate these plants, grow them, and then I eat them. Yeah, that was a good one right there. I had to do that on air so y'all can feel that with me. You know what I'm saying? Smoke that with me. I take a toe control from my folk like Pac dropped the liquor for what he considered nigga. You know what I'm saying? Respect is what respect to get you. That's where we at with it. Shout out to Biz Bronze. You know what I mean? Shout out to Onology. Shout out to Russ Blade. Shout out to Sam Brown Jr. Shout out to Malik Kalam. Zalud dropping bombs. Shout out to all my people still alive and functioning. You know what I'm saying? It's a very important situation for you to continue to do that, but never be afraid of the other side, because it's only here. I mean, you only here to get yourself to that other side anyhow. So but make sure you live properly. So when you get to the other side, you know what I mean, you springboarding right through the rest of the cosmos. Energy don't die, can't be destroyed. So where you at? You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean. Knowledge born. What's the science, God? Oh, man. Venture product on the way. Vintage Season, Volume 1. Because I have a whole other volume of music, you know what I mean, after that. Vintage Season Volume 1 is getting put into a file and getting ready to be released on the website, on the Desaline website. And if you see me, you can get a hard copy. Yeah, outside of that, you're gonna have to go to the website to get the joint. You know what I mean?
Knowledge born. What's the science, baby?
God. Yeah. You know what I mean? Come to the joint, come to the website, get it, see me, you can get a hard copy. I'll put on, you know what I mean? You've already seen some of the singles on the joint, Through the Knowledge, Exposing the Secret. Yeah, they on it. You know what I'm saying? I got like 15 joints on there. And I'm putting that the Pop Them Demons, which is the version 2 of Bust Shots at the Devil with Register Black. That's fire too. But we got a bunch of projects, man. We've just been putting that work into. And mind you, when we do this music, man, we ain't doing this music just for your entertainment at all. Like if you're entertained, that's cool and everything, at least for me. You know what I mean? But this is Muse Think. I need you to critically think about every action you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I represent that in all of the words that I say. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that we alive. It's that critical thinking that's going to teach the children how to maneuver themselves out of this colonized.
As we proceed to raise these RBGs, Black Power motherfuckers, Black Power motherfuckers. As we proceed to raise.
Edge of Madness.
Seldom.
Once you've heard the madness, everything else is just cheap whiskey.
Most high Christianist, mental abolitionist with the vision gift, seeing the deliverance from the ignorance, cognitive.